All right, guys, welcome back. Going into the second hour here of Dropped Frames. We got a whole bunch of shit to talk about. We're going to start with the Party Sour event that happened last night. I didn't get a chance to watch this. Zeke, I know you were watching it intently. Co, you checked it out. Waffle, did you get a chance?
A little bit, yeah, the start of it.
Zeke, talk to us about this, because I only know that Andrew WK was on the Sour Kool-Aid show, and that's it.
Yep. They started tweeting back and forth. I guess that's what Waffle said. I didn't actually get the.
I don't know if that's how it started, but I think it is.
I didn't get the backstory.
Start urban legends.
DP has been a big fan of Andrew WK for a while because of his not only his music but his attitude and you know his general like positivity. And they started tweeting back and forth, and they figured out a way to get Andrew WK on the show, and that happened last night, and it was fucking fantastic. Because I only wish that they did more of the encounter table Sour Kool-Aid stuff, because Andrew was like so he played with them, which was awesome. Like, he took a slap of whipped cream. You can see it on his face. He took a slap of whipped cream to his face for losing a round of Mortal Kombat, and then that was pizza with whipped cream and easy cheese on it. That went in DP's ear, obviously.
Wow,
He's wearing his CohhCarnage shirt.
Andrew WK's actually ripped. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, his biceps are massive.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Buff. And he's wearing, and what I don't like, he wears that white shirt. I think it's the same one.
And white pants.
And white pants, and he's wearing the white pants too. But the whole thing was fucking hilarious, like all the way through. But the best part, if you guys, it is, I haven't laughed this hard in forever. It is, DP has written stories all of his life. He's written like all kinds of stories. He's an artist. He's just he's a Renaissance man, I guess. And he wrote stories when he was like 11, 12. Tons of these little short stories. And one of the recurring characters was called Iron Face. And he's a serial killer, like Jason Voorhees kind of a guy. And his mom saved all the stories. He brought the origin story, the very first Iron Face story, to Andrew WK to have him read it. And if you have not seen it, it is one of the fucking funniest things. I linked it in the chat at the right time when it starts. It is one of the goddamn funniest things I've ever seen on Twitch ever. Crying with laughter. Because he is reading about this 12-year-old boy who wrote about this serial killer named Iron Face, who like had got arrested for killing like close to 49 people. Was what it said. It's like he killed close to 49 people, which, you know, like 48 and a half people he killed. But like there's shit like that because it's a little kid writing this, and like they nail this sheet metal to his face, and he becomes Iron Face, this murderer guy. And Andrew WK is reading this, and you do yourself a favor and watch that shit. And he was just a bro, like there's the slap.
Yeah, no, I found it. Yeah, he seems like he's just hanging out.
Just like a bro all the way through. He's fucking.
His reaction to the slap and the improv was incredible. This is really one of the few streams that I would say, seriously, section some time out and go watch all of it. It's like a special. It's seriously like a special. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Yep, and after you watch that highlight, you need Gassy Mexican was there. He made.
I could probably play this.
Okay.
So
we're not gonna be able to hear it though, are we?
You guys actually can. Hold on.
Okay, but after he read that, Gassy Mexican just whipped up like a movie trailer soundbite for Iron Face, and it is so phenomenal that this shit came together. I want this.
The Sour Kool-Aid
Can you hear that?
Comes a groundbreaking action-packed thrill ride with plenty of fist-based decapitation.
Can I help you, sir?
Holy shit, he just punched that guy's head
He's
over
too
the
talented.
over there. What the fuck?
You've heard of him and dreaded his return, and now he's back to terrorize all who get in his way. This is my city now.
Okay then, I guess.
Coming this Friday, Iron Face. He's back. No time for flowers.
He's way
You
too
don't
talented,
understand.
dude.
There's
Way too
some
talented.
references. There's some references to the fucking story in there. Like, there's no time for flowers. That is one of the fucking funniest lines. because it's a reference to what's in the fucking story. He actually punches the guy's head off in the story into like he's like walks into a grocery store and he punches the guy's head off into the watermelons.
Yeah. He's way too talented, man.
And Andrew WK is reading this the whole time. It's fucking great. Yeah.
I when you mentioned this last week, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how did that ever occur? And now after like watching the VOD for a couple minutes, I'm just like, well, you know, it actually makes sense. Like, this makes sense for him to be on there. So,
oh, speaking of Andrew WK, like that kind of shit is really eye opening when you think about how celebrities or like people who are famous are, you know, just people. It's strange when you actually get to like when I was at C2E2 get a chance to meet them.
yeah.
And like I felt like there's several guests on the stage that were pretty goddamn famous that I'd be like, I feel like I could call that guy up and, you know,
Just hang out with him.
have a beer or
Yeah.
you know, coffee or whatever the fuck, you know. It's very strange, and I believe that's how it worked. Like they got in touch. The getting in touch is the hard part, but then once you do, they're just people and they want to, you know, they want to
Yeah.
be shit like that, especially
Something a lot of people forget is that they actually are just people that
Mm-hmm.
take shits like everyone else.
I think it was funny. Like DP was sitting there for like a good 20 seconds, convincing himself it was okay to slap his hero with whipped cream in the face. Like he was like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit my hero in the face. I'm gonna do it." And is like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, hit me." And I was like, "Oh god!" Like,
Oh, the
I
best
think
part was Andrew was
it was
like, "Can
perfect.
you just not hit my ear?"
yeah, don't
Yeah.
hit my
Do
ear.
not
And
box my ear. Please don't box
right
my
in his ear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
he did
Fucked him
straight
right
in his ear.
And for the record, I just got to say this because I'm seeing a few people, both in my chat and other. If you don't know who Andrew WK is, you should try following him on Twitter. Not only is he an awesome dude, but he's like the stuff that he does. He's got this mantra about partying and what it represents, and it ties back to like life and what we're doing here and all this stuff. And what's really crazy about Andrew WK is he comes off as this party animal. You know, he's famous for that shot of him with his nose bleeding that he actually did himself.
Yeah.
Read some of the stuff he's written. He is one of the most well-written people I have read. Some of his articles defending like his style of life and what he does, he's extremely intelligent. So I've been following him for like 2 years, right? And I heard that he's on the Sour Kool-Aid show. And then I go in there last night. I fangasmed when I saw DP wearing my shirt, dude. I owe him so hard. I was sitting there like, a shirt with my name on it is next to Andrew WK. I was just sitting there like I owe DP so big.
He's like a super positive force. He's like a motivational speaker kind of a guy. He does a lot of those events where he talks about like partying is just another word for him for getting people together for fun and love and happiness.
Yeah.
Is a supernova of good vibes.
Yeah.
He is just like an explosion of wherever he goes. He makes sure everyone's having a good time, that they just leave their shit at the door. Like there's a lot of reasons we need a lot more people like him.
Agreed.
So the VOD's over at twitch.tv/Sour Kool-Aid Show. If you want to watch that, I think it's been linked in the chat a bunch of times.
Because they had to take the stream down a couple of times.
Oh, okay. It's a multiple. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yep. So go check that out. Next up on the stuff to talk about is something that I knew that Reddit was going to lose their minds, but I'm actually still kind of impressed on how quickly they lost their mind when Fallout 4 was like teased. What I guess the countdown came up yesterday is maybe the best way to talk about that. 24-hour countdown came up. I don't know why I'm talking about this as if everyone watching this doesn't know, because you probably do. Then it was it 10 o'clock Eastern this morning is when the trailer came out?
I think so, yeah.
And now the internet's losing the mind because it looks like shit to a lot of people. Which I don't understand. But Fallout 4, it'll be at E3. It's been announced. You can go watch the trailer. I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked awesome. Like, I'm on board.
I had absolutely no problem with it. I watched it and then I heard about people like shitting on it. I was like, yeah, I mean, they're not like the best graphics in the world, but is that why you play a Fallout game?
No,
I thought for the feel, the story, the gameplay of it.
I thought the animations looked really good. Actually,
Yeah, but it didn't look bad, but it wasn't like, it wasn't top fucking notch,
I'd be surprised if that wasn't like a console capture as well. I'd be very surprised if that was PC.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If they're gonna release it on console, they're gonna release it on PC, and it's gonna look better.
Yeah.
So typically, it
I
wasn't
wish I
pre-rendered
could
at
show
all.
it, but
Yeah, it didn't look pre-rendered at all. It looked like it was like literally captured like live in the game like engine and everything. I feel like some trailers, the way they do it is they render each frame out, and it could take a lot of time.
yeah.
So it didn't look that way at all. That being said, I'm kind of happy they're representing the game how it's actually gonna look, and not like
Yeah.
overhyping it. Like this game's gonna look like 4K textures everywhere. It's it's not. The Fallout world is huge. It's massive, and you get really immersed in it. And to do that in a game, you have to you have to sacrifice some things, and typically graphics are going to be the sacrifice of that. That being said, I think will agree this Fallout story is amazing, and the graphics don't have a lot to do with that. That being said, graphics are important, and you can't just say graphics aren't important at all. But I think it does its job just absolutely fine, and it looks great. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Well, and I like the idea of a little before and after.
Real quick though, I want to stop us right here because I'm interested in hearing this. Why can't we say graphics don't matter at all, Waffle?
Shut up, Co. I'm just
No, I'm
kidding.
serious. I'm serious.
I
I'd
definitely
love
think-
to hear why.
I whatever you said I was going to say shut up. So
Curious
like
to hear your
saying
perspective, because you
the
said it
way-
just like it was fact.
Yeah, it basically the way food looks is definitely important to how I consume the food. Like if something looks really delicious, I'm pretty much gonna enjoy it more almost all the time, unless it just tastes bad. So I kind of compare it like that. Like definitely, if a game looks better, it's gonna be a better experience just off the bat. But then like I can kind of like go into like Ark. Ark looks amazing until you move your camera like 5 degrees and you realize the FPS sucks. Like it
Yeah.
can look great, but if it has bad gameplay or whatever,
No,
and I
Ark
guess
looks like trash.
yeah, like I don't know. Like I definitely think graphics are important, but then again, as a person who's played 7,000 hours of Minecraft, you can't really argue graphics are that important. It's kind of
Beat
like
me to it.
it's like a fight. I don't know.
Yeah.
well,
It's-
That's
like
actually
a war.
exactly what I was going to ask. Is like, what do you think about pixel art? Yeah.
like
So,
Minecraft
I mean-
doesn't try to be good graphics. Like it
Mhm.
doesn't.
It
like,
can be.
Like, well, no. What I'm saying is it's like Shovel Knight does not try to have good
Yeah.
graphics. You know, I mean, it's got good graphics for the style it's in, but it doesn't try to get facial.
Oh, dude.
Shit like
And
that.
with the food, I've eaten food that looks like the blandest stuff ever, but it has amazing depth of flavor and everything. But I've also eaten like exquisite, like nice desserts, and it feels like I'm just eating normal like chocolate or whatever. So it goes with games, right? I play games that look great that just don't play well, and I play games that look like very like what's that game? It's when it's literally just like you start off as a pixel, and you kind of venture through like until you like 3D and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. That game was awesome to me.
think I know what I
and
can't remember.
graphics were like not important at all of that game at the start. It still felt very genuine. So, I mean, back to Fallout, I definitely feel like Fallout 4 is from the same engine as Fallout 3, but I loved Fallout 3. I played that game for like 12 hours in a row, like 3 days in a row, just all the way through in one or I guess 3 sittings.
I
It was awesome.
I would be very surprised if that's the same engine. Like, why Fallout that came out in like 2004?
I would be surprised by the same engine as well. I hope it's not on the same
It's
engine.
probably like it's probably the IdTech 5 engine. Like that, it's just heavily modified.
Here's the big
Yeah.
thing, though. Here's the big thing. If you're going to take away resources to not make your next engine, and you're going to take that time and effort and put it towards bettering your world, your environment, the mechanics in it, I mean, to me, if they're still throwing the same amount of resources at this project as they are without having to craft the new engine, that could speak very highly about what's actually in the game itself. And to be perfectly blunt, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Imagine if all that time and money they saved from doing that, they invested into like more voice actors and more plot and everything. Imagine if the game was like 3 times as
Exactly.
long.
The
Like,
question,
wouldn't you rather have that? I would.
question I have for you guys, and maybe this is more specifically for Coe, because I don't know how much Zeke and Waffle have played Witcher 3. But after Witcher 3, do you care? Not that's a bad question. How much is Fallout 4 going to have to work to like make the open world game comparable to Witcher 3? Because I feel like Witcher 3 nailed it on every level for being an open world game, and that Fallout 4, if it's just Fallout 3 with a different story, Witcher 3 shits all over that. From what I've seen from most people who played both games. Like, Coe, where are you at on everything I just said? Process that
Okay.
and spit it back.
Zeke, you want to go first? Okay. So basically, here's my thinking of it. First of all, Witcher 3 is phenomenal. It's probably going to be my game of the year. Another game would have to work for it. And I don't think Fallout will come out this year, although that could be the big E3 announcement. That's what people are starting to speculate now. So I don't know in that regard. Here's what I will say. Witcher 3 has set a new bar. Witcher 3 is a phenomenal game, and even though I absolutely love Ark, and I just did a stream of it yesterday and today, I am super excited to get back to Witcher 3 tomorrow. If anything, I think that it's great that it came out before Fallout 4, because Fallout 4 and Bethesda know that their game is going to be compared to Witcher 3, and this has now set that bar that much higher.
Yeah.
I also don't think that no matter how much Fallout 4 would suck, I don't think it's just going to be another expansion. It's not going to be Fallout 3 New Vegas 2. You know, they're not just going to make more of what we got 8 years ago. There's going to be changes. There's going to be new stuff. I mean, for all we know, we don't know anything about it yet. We've seen a cinematic intro.
Yeah, that's true. People are actually going crazy over, what, 3 minutes of footage?
People are seeing that little poorly designed person at the end and immediately going, oh, it's Fallout 3 all over again. Like, we don't... For all we know, they could be like making it so you can click down top to move, you know, like in Fallout 1 and 2 again. They could be revolutionizing this. We have no idea. We don't know. And yes, those are my birds. Sorry about that. Going ham in the background. But for me, I'm glad Witcher 3 came out first. I hope it positively influences Fallout 4. And so far, I am not concerned in the slightest about anything I have seen in the trailer. In fact, I loved the trailer.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I really like the fact that it looks like they're taking a step before the war. Like, they were really starting to put in some pre-war stuff. Are we going to figure out how the war started? That's been a huge point of contention throughout the last Fallouts. They've never really gone into that. It's really looking cool. I also like I could sit here for the next hour and tell you all the little things I saw in that and analyze everything. But needless to say, there's a lot of very cool things in that intro that Fallout fans are going to see and just be like, okay, this is amazing.
As someone who's never played, I've played maybe collectively 30 minutes of Fallout 3. It's like every line out of the main character, also the main character spoke, which I guess is new, but I felt like every line in that was supposed to be like some callback to something else that was said in the other Fallout games. Is that true? Like the whole like war never changes thing delivered the same way.
That's actually the iconic line.
War never changes is an old hackneyed phrase.
And then the what was the line he says right at the end when it says like Fallout 4 right before that? The buzz line. There was fuck, I can't remember.
I actually didn't have my volume on during
I only watched it once.
Okay, I can't remember. I'm sure chat will tell us, but I felt like every word in there was.
If it was like, war, I'd be surprised if it wasn't war.
That's said in the middle of the trailer. I remember that.
Okay.
I think.
I think the biggest thing right now is that they are doing this very intelligently. They released this teaser trailer, I guess you can call it, and it's like what, 2 weeks before E3. They get to see what the community likes and what they don't like immediately from the small amount of gameplay, and I think they're going to be changing what they show at E3 to kind of represent that. Chat's saying it's called "Let's Go, Pal," and I think it is to.
Let's call back to the dog, which is like a beloved.
What's his name? Dog Meat. What's his name?
Yeah.
I killed Dog Meat the first time I met him.
Did Chat just like hate you?
Shannon actually almost killed me.
Yeah.
Like it was all caps. My entire chat was all caps from her. It was insane.
What? I feel like such an asshole. What do you guys think about the character like talking? Like, is that a big deal for you?
No.
If that's actually the main character.
Well, in the theme of most Bethesda games, the main character is very rarely heavily backstoried. Yeah. So I'd be more. I'm more inclined to think that was a narration than the character speaking. Like a lot of times they'll take different perspectives and tell different stories. So I don't think we know enough yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a thing.
I'm planning on doing the Witcher thing that you did with Fallout. I'm gonna do
play through it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3, Vegas, and then
I've already announced that too. Awesome.
You're doing it too?
Of course I am.
No,
it's a thing on the channel, bud.
You know what? I'm just gonna play Bosi.
Yeah, I think literally everyone is going to do that on Twitch. Like, it's becoming a pretty big staple on Twitch now to do the big playthroughs of everything. But yeah,
Never played 1 or 2.
You never did?
You really should. You'll like them. It's a little throwback, but the story and stuff, I think you can appreciate it. The characters too, phenomenal, and the writing is just top notch.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, there's really not much to say. I think we're just going to wait till the Bethesda thing. They'll probably do like the live gameplay stuff there, and maybe do a quest or something. We'll have more to talk about at E3, obviously. But that's Fallout 4.
Ark.
Yeah, let's talk about Ark a little bit, because I think all of us have been playing that on all our streams. We'll show some footage from everyone. Waffle, we'll go to you. What do you think about Ark?
Oh God. Well, it was interesting. So I kind of had a weird experience. The first hour of the game was me adjusting video settings and restarting the game over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like was the PR they had on the game wasn't the greatest.
In what
Like
sense?
I emailed them, I Skyped them, I Twitter messaged them, I Twitter DM'd them 3 days ahead of time. No key whatsoever. I got a key about 5 minutes before the game launched, which I guess was good. It got me in there.
Yeah.
But I still like this is the first company I've ever gone to where they haven't gotten back to me at a decent rate or whatever, or even given friends extra codes. Typically, Lyric will get like 3 or 4 codes to play with,
Yeah.
and like you got 1 code.
Give it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they said that prior to, for sure.
So I was, I don't know, it's a little strange. That being said, if I actually had to lower my resolution to 720p to play the game.
Really?
But if you just I cranked it up to max settings to 1080p
This
ultra.
was yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found out I can get like above 30 FPS all the time at like high settings at 720p, and it looks pretty decent.
I was playing at 1440p yesterday and getting around 45 to 60 average.
I have a 770, which I think is an average consumer card. Maybe it's a bit above average, but it's like a $200 video card. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's an average gamer's gonna have it. That's what I like playing on. I like playing on the average system.
Let me be frank. It's terribly optimized.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking terrible. Like, and the devs have actually been very open about it. It runs terribly. It runs like ass. Like, do not buy this game and expecting
This
to
is
get
what I'm
more than
worried
30
about.
FPS unless you have like a giant beast of a computer.
Yeah, people think that the game can be optimized in like a few weeks or
Yeah,
whatever.
this
I
is
don't.
true
I think
early
it's
access.
not. It can happen. It can't happen.
Well, one thing a lot of people also don't understand is optimization is the
last
last
thing, yeah.
step
Yeah.
of the game's development. You have to get everything in first. It all needs to be tried and tested, and then you put in the final touches, which is optimization. So it's kind of unfortunate because early access by design is supposed to be when you kind of show off your product, but at the same time, it's almost in its worst state. Like there's been nothing done, which is kind of flipping the development cycle. I've actually talked to some of the devs about this. It's kind of flipping the development cycle on its side. Early access is starting to kind of redefine when you do what.
Yeah.
And this game is a good example of how the classic development cycle doesn't really work with early access games.
I heard
Yeah.
they're
Getting hit hard. They're getting hit. People are demanding refunds because of
Yeah.
bad
Yeah, this-
performances. Oh yeah,
we can
yeah,
talk about
absolutely.
the Steam refund thing too. I forgot about that.
But like going back to the game, I played for about 4 hours or 3 hours and 4 hours, and I feel like I didn't even scratch the surface.
Dude, the game
of the
has so much content in it.
I didn't go off the coast, and
Yeah.
I didn't like. I love it. That's the one thing I love in a game is when there's so much content for you to develop into.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could play this game for another 100+ hours and not even see it
We
all,
put-
which is good.
I played for 14 hours straight yesterday, and I haven't done that for a very long time in a
Yeah.
game. And I quasi killed a T-Rex. I didn't do it on my own. There were some other dinosaurs helping that I wasn't tamed, and he also might have drowned. But I killed the T-Rex. We'll just go with that.
Mm-hmm.
I hit level 15. I think I'm 18 right now or 17 in the game. I have a bow, which is really, really strong. Once you hit 15, make sure you get the bow.
Oh, it's
yeah.
awesome. It doesn't knock out.
It doesn't
That being
knock out.
said,
That's true.
I actually really enjoy the party feature in this game.
The tribe
that
system's smart, man.
You gain XP, I think, faster working together because you get a portion of your teammates' XP and
Dude.
stuff. And that is pretty awesome. It's integrated well. The doors are automatically like set. Unlike Rust, you have to like set them to like codes and stuff. If you're in a tribe, it's very easy just to like work together without having to go through a bunch of hoops.
It's so smart. And the other thing too that I really like is the RPG element. I
Yeah.
love that you can like almost build a character to be a specific thing. Like I was the quote unquote like hunter of our little group, so I did stamina and movement speed.
That being said, I hate the fact that you can make your character look so stupid. I don't know if that's like
It is a
just
little bit
me.
lame, yeah. I mean,
I
look how
think
stupid
that-
my character looks right here. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
Have you seen Lyrics characters? They look
Yeah,
like
he
a
doesn't
blob
even have
of meat.
arms. Yeah.
It's hard to be immersed when you just see a blob of meat running towards you and like with the
It is.
throwing a spear. And it's like, but
is.
that being said, I mean, I think that's one of the optimization is way more important, like first for me before they worry about like immersion or whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, this game, if you could run this game at 1080p, 60 FPS,
Well,
it would be incredible.
In July, they've said that when Windows 10 comes out, they're going to have SLI. Because right now you can't use SLI with it, which is like 5% of people that actually
I
use
feel like a
SLI.
lot of people don't have SLI. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I'm an average computer consumer.
SLI is two
I'm never
PCs
gonna do it.
linked. Or, sorry, two GPUs linked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of games,
dude-
it causes way too many issues. It's NVIDIA
But there's
only
some-
as well.
There's some other really bad things. Like I'm one of the people that has the gamma bug. I don't know if you guys have heard about this.
What is
where
that?
if I'm in game, my gamma skyrockets, and apparently it has to do with an NVIDIA profile. I've read on forums. There's a couple other people that are dealing with it, but I have to run it in window borderless.
Really?
So like I get and that's a bad enough of a hit right there. But just going back to the game itself, dude, there's 3 things that this game really stands out in the survival multiplayer. The depth of the leveling system, like you guys were saying.
Yeah.
Take a second when you play and scroll down to the bottom to the level 50 stuff.
Oh yeah,
Some
no,
of the
I saw
stuff
it.
built down there is not just like, you know, more powerful versions of the last. It's like brand new stuff.
Yeah. I got a parachute
pretty
last night
crazy.
at 15. Have you used a parachute yet?
No,
So,
not yet. I'm looking forward to.
It's a one-time use, much like the flare gun. It's one-time use, and you literally just kind of like glide and coast down just like a parachute. But apparently, people were saying that they are used for when you go like spelunking in caves. And I haven't been in a cave yet because I've only
like I haven't
found
seen
one.
anything.
I've seen one
Well-
cave and I died right outside of it.
That was actually the next thing I was going to say. Of the 3 things, the first being leveling, the second is the fact that in this game, unlike others, it's not just a map. Like, they have underground tunnels. They have the
Yeah.
arcs.
There's
things
underground
that you go into
caves out in the
boss
sea,
fights and do.
apparently.
Like, there's so much stuff to do in that world that actually encourages you to group up as a unit and conquer it.
Yeah.
Like, on our server, we have like an RP server where half the map is you have to co-op and the other half is do whatever the hell you want to.
Yeah.
And in the co-op side, man, we have like an irrigated farm. We have like this whole setup of like a flop house. The whole guild is on that side. They're stockpiling resources and stuff. And now we're planning like expeditions to go out into the caves and shit with, you know, outfitting bows. I mean, it's there's no other game that I've seen bring all those pieces together like Ark. And I went into this with really low expectations.
So did I. I think everyone
was telling
did.
you guys before the show. I saw the Lyric interview. And first of all, Lyric's interview was great. Like the questions he asked and stuff are questions I would have asked. That part was awesome. But the fact that they were running stock footage the whole time and just replaying it over and over, and then the game was supposed to come out in just a couple weeks, I looked at that and I was like, this is a sham. Like these guys, you know, the game's going to come out. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be Beast of Prey. It's going to be Stomping Grounds all over again. Like it's just going to be another survival crap game. So when I went into the game, you know, I was like, okay, let's see how bad this one is. And then realized like, whoa, shit, like everything kind of works. You can tame dinosaurs and they follow you and they'll fight for you. And you can put irrigated farms and they work and you can fertilize. Like every time I look at a system, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And we haven't even gotten to the meat of it, like the actual fence-based building and like making individual housing, and you get bonuses for making structures, and like it's crazy.
I hope
it's
that
crazy.
they speed up the leveling just a tad bit. It's kind of slow. You can power level yourself through it if you get like 3 people and just sit there with a slingshot on super high level mobs and then go and get the final kill on it. Because whoever gets the killing blow gets the most XP on the mob. But yeah, like everything in the game seems fun. I just want it to be optimized. I just want it to run
it's
well.
got potential. Just
Biggest problem right now.
People need to be able to access that potential to be able to enjoy it. And right now, it's kind of under lock and key with the bad FPS and resolution. Well,
And lack of server options. The fact that the server stuff isn't really good. It's been pretty bad too.
Yeah.
You can't even ban players off servers.
Well,
like,
apparently we have a luxury in the sense we were playing on private servers. Apparently the main servers last night were just terrible. Like just constantly crashing. The Steam
unplayable.
Yeah. The Steam like rating is terrible right now because of that. A bunch of people bought into it and they just can't play. But Zeke, you've been kind of quiet. What do you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I'm not a survival games pro or advocate by any stretch of the imagination. I've only played a handful of open world survival games like this, and I had a blast. I really had fun. The leveling system, like Ko said, is the best aspect for me personally because you don't get to keep your stuff, but you get to keep like what you've learned. It's a little H1Z1-y where you keep your recipes on certain servers and stuff like that. It's like you keep what you've learned, but you also get to keep like you level up. You actually level up your melee and your survival or your health and that kind of stuff. You get to keep that as well, which is nice. Which keeps me like wanting to come back and play it more, so I can have a better starting position when I die. Like I'll still have like fists that will actually hurt you. That was another thing, but that was another thing I didn't like. Is how easy it was for someone just to fucking knock your shit out. Like I got knocked out so easily by people that were like lower or equal level to me. Like I would take like 2 hits and just go down. I was like, this dude is like level 4 and I'm like level 8. How the fuck? He just knocked me down after like 2 punches.
Yeah, and I think that'll change. But
like you spend like 5 hours leveling level 15, you get killed by a level 1 in like 10 hits, and because you're not paying attention to something for like a little bit, and you're just maybe it sucks, but.
You should just have more global health when it comes to PvP.
I will say if you can one shot people with the bow and arrow. So I think like if you're using the tools around your level.
Nope.
I headshot someone in the head.
We tested it today. I shot an arrow right through a guy's eyeball.
I could
was sitting
show
there
you
talking with an arrow through his face. Like it I don't know if there's some weird head detection, but like
Maybe.
definitely I was like right through his eye.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's me shooting G-Mart in the head and him dying in one shot. So, I don't know. It might have been server-based or something.
Maybe he had
I don't know.
lower health already.
He had
and
lower
just
health,
didn't
yeah.
realize.
He had
got
just
hit for, like,
respawned. I don't know.
80%. He got hit for like 80%.
He might have actually... Who did the guy you hit put stats at HP?
He had body armor on and leg armor. That was the next thing we checked. But he
Okay,
didn't have
because he has the first level of armor on there.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting. No, I didn't ask him if he'd actually raised his health stat.
Yeah, it might have
Maybe
been
does
that.
100% exactly. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of variables that it might factor in. But yeah,
I'm
we
gonna see if he's in chat.
do what?
I said, I'm going to see if he's in my chat. I'm curious now.
Yeah. We tamed the bird last night, which is the most broken thing in the game besides the T-Rex. We tamed a brontosaurus, which is just acting as a...
I never saw a T-Rex. I was a little disappointed.
I heard
so
him.
we spawned in the north, and the north is like the worst area to build in because... So this little waterfall...
Now, hold on. Now, I only was on servers that were in the south. Is that...
I don't know if this is custom
start in the
servers
north?
where you could spawn wherever. Is that true? Or can you spawn wherever you want?
I could spawn
any
wherever I
server.
wanted.
Oh, maybe I wasn't trying then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I tried on the first day, official one server, whatever, and I was like trying to click on the other sections and I couldn't. But maybe I got to go back and try it again.
T-Rexes will straight up fuck you up. Like, I saw a T-Rex fight 4 brontosauruses, and he won. Like, handily. I didn't want to get close enough to see what level it is, but when he spawned in the north, like... Do what?
They are herbivores.
Yeah, I don't know. But they have a lot of HP. Like, all the mobs you tame and stuff have HP, which is awesome, and you can also level them up as well, which I think is a great thing that it's already in the game. We put Birdo with, like... sorry, the bird that we claimed. With a bunch of HP on him, and he... eventually died because he fought like 5 turtles. This was not me. I was very pissed off when he died because he was. I played with him for like 6 hours. Then he eventually died.
I made I tamed a. What was the second one up? Whatever the second tier up of taming is. Or
Yeah,
saddles. There's one saddle and there's the next saddle. Whatever
what you're
that
talking
was,
about.
I tamed one of those and named him JP.
Yeah.
So I can ride him.
And why did you do that, Zeke?
So I can ride him around until he dies.
They died pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
But they're
Dude, I
fat.
made thought I tamed a dinosaur, but like I had to kill him almost immediately because Lyric punched him after I tamed him, and it started attacking Lyric. So I had to put him down. Mr. Wiggles, man. Oh, it lived for like
Mr.
maybe
Wiggles.
a minute. And
I-
that was
but
it.
it's kind of
Let
cool.
Lyric die.
Dude, we were having dino fights. Like when I logged in, there was one guy that had like 3 of the little spitters. Like, was running around the gang.
That's
It
what I
was
want to
awesome.
see. I want to see.
Then-
Well, finish your story, then I'll tell you.
Okay. So we get like this little group of spitters, right? And we tame a triceratops, one of those big guys with all the I think they call them trikes or something.
Yeah,
and
twice.
we take him. We're like, okay, you know what? We're going for the Bronto. We're doing this. So we all run over the Bronto and we send all these big dinosaurs. And this Bronto is just throwing everything around. We all get killed. The freaking Triceratops gets launched, halfway across the map. So everyone's dead and we're running back. And someone's like, hey, the Bronto's still fighting. And then all of a sudden it's like, the Bronto's dead.
Yeah, that's
And
a
everyone's
T-Rex
like,
right there.
who
by the
killed
way.
him? What happened? What happened? And a little spitter runs out. A little spitter soloed the end of the Bronto for like
Oh,
a
that's
good
awesome.
15 seconds. And he just charges out and then he drowned on the way.
No.
That's a
Yeah, that was
sad
kind of sad. That drowning thing.
The drowning thing's kind of crazy because we killed a megalodon yesterday, and we pebbled it to death, and then there was someone that wanted to die on the beach.
Can you you pebbled it to death?
Yeah, we used the slingshot and like
Slingshots, man.
I put like 40 stones into it.
I'm just
And
imagining you like slingshotting a dinosaur to
and
death.
it wasn't dead, right? And then a guy spawned on the beach, and he's like, "Hey, can you kill me?" I was like, "No, we need you to bait." The megalodon was too far away to get shots off on it, so he jumped in the water and like dragged it near us. And I guess to get its attention, he went up and punched it once, and it killed the megalodon, or it put him unconscious, and then he ended up like killing it or whatever. Co, what were you gonna ask?
Anybody tame a megalodon?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's very hard.
You can do it
Yeah.
though.
You can. You can tame any of the monsters. Yeah.
Can you tame an army of dodos?
Yes, I actually saw someone do that, and he
I
had
want like
like
100 of them.
he had like 10 dodos on him, and then we saw him come over the hill, and then these 10 birds just like waddled behind him.
Oh my
on the
god,
hill.
that's the greatest.
Apparently, there's C4 in the game, and you can attach C4
There's guns.
to dodos, and then have them
kidding.
like blow up.
You're kidding.
That's what people were saying in chat.
That's so mean.
Yeah,
That's
there's guns, there's like ARs.
Is there
and
traps?
Stuff.
I'm kind of hoping there's traps at some point.
I don't know. Some stuff I didn't look too closely. I know there's a bazooka at level
There's-
60.
There is stuff in that game that we won't see for like at least a few more days.
There's
Like,
a
you have
minigun
to
turret.
work to get. There's apparently special loot at the bottom of the caves that you have to like work
Yeah, it's
and
like raid
fight
loot.
through. And yeah, and that loot stuff like there's blueprints and
Yeah,
stuff.
we've
that
got
you
a bunch
can't-
of blueprints from the supply crates. But
The
they're
supply
only
crates are a
like-
great idea, by the way. I
No,
really
it's
like
awesome.
how they do them.
Yeah.
I really like how they do them. That's a really
I
cool thing.
don't. Every time I
You don't like
walked into one, it was like, yeah, you're not high enough to get this.
Did you guys use the flare gun, by the way?
You know they're color coordinated,
No.
Zeke. So
I
you,
did.
you
just
know, like
that out
yeah,
later.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But no,
Yeah.
I did actually get one that was my level, and I built a hut.
Yeah. I
Nice.
got one on the first server and got a full house from it. And then it kept respawning. I don't know what beach that was on, but I wish I was there. Because there was like 2 of them that would constantly respawn right next to it.
They actually all once you've played long enough in a region, you start being able to almost call where they're going to be.
Yeah, they
It's-
don't
need
seem to
fix
change.
that.
They need more randomized
And there's
spots, yeah.
And the worst part is some of the spots don't work. Like there's one that's above trees and it lands right on top of the trees. I clear cut
couldn't
that
get to
whole
it.
damn forest and it just hovered there in the air. I was so
maybe
pissed. I
later-
spent like 20
maybe
minutes
like-
clear cutting that forest.
Maybe like you can do like a go gadget copter like later in the game.
Funny enough, you can build ladders and stuff.
Yeah.
Like later on, you get to build high walls and ladders, and
It's-
that's one of the first things the chat suggested. Is like build a ladder, build a ladder. I didn't know how at the time, but
At 45, you can build a saddle for that bird that I had. So you can fly the flying mounts. Or,
the
or
pterodactyl. Is that
drive.
the pterodactyl?
No, it's like the bird. It starts with an A. It's some like weird. It's like a giant fucking bald eagle. And
Oh yeah.
if they come and attack you, you die in 2 hits. So like they are fucking savages. They will just destroy you.
Elo is having a really tough time with
Yeah.
those this morning.
Pocket died for like 2 hours straight because she kept spawning. And she would spawn, and the bird would just swoop down and attack her. And then she'd spawn on some other part of the island, the bird would fly down. She's like, "Fuck these birds!"
I was gonna say, dude, they even said in one of the like little interview things that it's designed to where the difficulty goes through the map. Like you're
Yeah.
supposed to move through the map for more difficult things. From what I understood, the top was where most of the hardest stuff is.
We saw-
Like, I'm kind of confused. How are you even able to start there?
The reason that we got Birdo to begin with was we were building on the waterfall, right? I'm sitting there, I'm like putting some fucking meat into the fire, and all of a sudden, one of those birds swoops down from the sky that came from the mountain behind us and just kills me. It then starts killing our entire fucking building. And like 3 people come over and we're all sitting there punching it, trying to knock it out. And we'd all die like 2 or 3 times and respawn in the beds behind it. And we eventually punch it out and it goes unconscious. So that's why we were able to tame it. But yeah, like there's mammoths up near us. There's T-Rexes. We
We
saw a
haven't
ton
even
of
seen
T-Rexes.
mammoths
Yeah.
or birds for that matter. Like we've been in I was in the Southwest for what 6-7 hours this morning. Never saw a bird.
Saw
I
a
love
ton of
those.
birds. We saw a mountain lion or saber-tooth tigers. We saw a bunch of those. I killed one. Or Birdo killed one, I should say. There's spiders in caves. There's giant bats in caves.
Now, when you said you played it for 12 hours, JP, did you play it 12 hours at a stretch on stream?
Yeah, just one straight play.
I thought you only did like 4 hours, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah, no, I played the game way too much. I didn't go sleep till 6 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
It was a really stupid idea. I'm very tired for it right now. I should have gone to sleep earlier, but I'm enjoying the game. I want to get back. I really hope I didn't lose my level. Like I hope that they didn't restart or clean servers.
I think they're going to.
I feel like someone was saying the custom servers won't unless the server admin like resets it themselves, but the official servers will wipe constantly. So that's kind of shitty. I don't really know though. I don't really know. But I'm having fun with it. I want to see more of the game. I want to get to like 20 and 25 I think are pretty big levels. 15 is a huge level. It's when you get your bow. You can actually like hunt things.
But what's cool, man, is I mean you don't need to expect a single thing combat related as
No, you
you
don't.
level.
Yeah,
Like,
I was all
like,
combat.
Seriously, we have
I
like
had none.
builders,
Yeah.
we have farmers, we have a chef now, Red Eye Monster. One of my dudes is the chef. He's like getting people to bring him food. We have a cooking pot, and he's like setting up a canteen over there. Like it's incredible how you can compartmentalize the stuff. People were talking about, the fencing I was talking about earlier. You can fence in like animals and make like an actual okay, we keep this type of animal here and this type of animal here. They've been talking about potentially putting breeding into the game, so you can it's incredible.
The breeding's
There's so much
crazy.
to do in that game.
Yeah, we've got Littlefoot, which is the Brontosaurus, on guard duty. At least we did this morning. So he's just like sitting right outside of our house, and if anyone goes and steals from it or attacks us, the giant Brontosaurus will like come and start fighting it, which is really
Now
cool.
listen, this game does with dinosaurs what H1Z1 should have done with zombies. In my opinion, I think you should be able to do more with them, and there should be more of them and more styles of them. I think that's what makes this game stand out, is that there are so many different types of animals that are like, AI. And they do different stuff, and they have different stats and all this kind of stuff. I think that's what like H1Z1 could have done with zombies, but didn't.
Chat's telling me
It's a good call.
Littlefoot's
That's
dead,
interesting.
and I'm very sad right now.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Littlefoot took 5.5 hours or something like that to tame.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It.
And I'm not
yeah,
talking
our
about
Triceratops are almost 3.
I'm not talking about taming zombies. I'm talking about different styles of zombies, different things to do with
No,
them.
I agree. It's an. I can't
Like,
believe.
yeah,
Can we
breeding
just
them.
talk about how stupid the name is? Survival Evolved. Like, why the fuck is that in the title? Just call it Ark. Like, Survival Evolved is such a bad name. It's so
Like
pompous.
War Z
It's
Survivor
so like
Stories or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, just call it Ark. I hope they just change the name. I hope they do.
I agree.
How does that stick-
I just thought the title was a joke when I read it the first.
What was that, Steve?
I thought someone was-
Why does it stick in your guys' cross so bad?
It's like
The
calling
thing that
itself.
sticks in my cross, why is it called Ark?
Oh,
Because
with a
it's
K?
like like Ark. Well, there's like a meta gate story to the thing.
Yeah.
Those big robotic spires are called arcs.
Yeah.
There's like a whole
Oh,
thing.
I didn't know.
But I will say the reason that I don't know about JP, but it's just such a generic, like, why neither of them say anything about the game. Like, it's just the Ark is a cool kind of unique thing. Why?
Oh, apparently there's a game already called just like ARK, and so that's why they had to do the colon, whatever, which is shitty. One,
Now, do you love how when it crashes it says shooter game?
yeah, that's what it's called in like the task manager. It's shooter game.
You know what's funny
Shooter
about
game's
that?
crashed.
If you ever use the Unreal Engine, the
They're all
Unreal
called
Engine
that,
has
right?
a pre-built game called Shooter Game.
Yeah,
It's not built in Unreal, is it?
this is UE4.
Unreal 4, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They
I was
probably
actually just about
they
to say
probably
what you were
start
saying.
with the default.
Yeah,
Yeah, they definitely started with the default
That-
template then.
that's why they said in July when DX12 comes out with Windows 10 that this will have SLI support and DX12 support. So the game could potentially look like redonkulously good and run really well in July. We'll see.
We hope.
We hope. Yeah, we don't really know.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't bother releasing a game when it's looking the best it could possibly look.
This is not even a game
That's
release though. It's
stupid.
just early access. Like people get that confused a lot.
What I'm hoping for is, yes, SLI support's great, but I really only think 1% of the player base uses SLI.
It's very-
I really
yeah.
hope, I
It's
hope
very
they
small.
focus on the other 99% instead of just improving where they can and get a little extra power. Like, I, with one graphics card, want to be able to play it at 1080p, 60 or maybe 30 FPS would be good, but 60 FPS would be great.
Yeah,
And if that's not possible, I'm not going to play the game for very
it's
long.
kind of
so.
most games don't do that anymore. Like it's very rare that a game will run well, at least a new game on the PC. Like Witcher 3 didn't when it first came out. It ran pretty terrible.
Wasn't Witcher 3 an awful port?
Well, it wasn't a port.
Oh,
It
the
just
the
didn't
big
run
problem
that
with Witcher
well.
3 is it had some features that were
What was it?
jammed in at the last minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
That, including
was-
the error works, and it really kind of caused a lot of issues. That's also
I'm
what
thinking
caused
back to
the
Fallout.
whole-
Fallout 3 was
Oh,
a
the
port
Fallout
PC,
3
and it was awful, like the way it ran.
Fallout
and
3
everything.
was terrible when it first came out.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking
It
of
was.
Witcher there.
It constantly crashed. There were weren't there save bugs or something like that with the
There,
cloud
you
issue?
lose your whole save
that
file.
was on
Yeah.
the Xbox, though.
Yeah.
That was Xbox One.
So
Yeah.
hopefully they get all that ironed out for 4. But
Really hope they focus on. I really hope more companies focus better on PC ports because it's such a big potential there.
Yeah. Well, at E3 they're having the PC conference. Did you see that? AMD's like putting on a PC gaming only conference on Tuesday
Really?
evening. Yeah. Day 9's actually hosting it.
Oh my god.
So there you go.
Sweet.
Splatoon? Anybody?
Well, before we move on, I do want to say
Oh, not yet. Okay, sorry.
I do
was
wanna
ready
say-
to
don't buy Ark. If you want to buy Ark, go in with the idea of like play with friends, expect nothing to actually work, and if you can, play on a private server.
Yeah, I would say that if you're gonna play Ark, play with friends and make your own server. Like that's gonna be the best way you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, like if you're expecting to go home tonight, buy Ark, log into the game, and have a lot of fun, you're not. That's just not. It's not going to work.
What you may want to do, and I'm very serious about this, look around to your favorite streamers, see if they have a private server, or if they're playing on a private server you can access. If you can get access to a private server, Ark is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like even on the streamer servers where they're just like being public with the password, those are still damn fun servers that are not always full.
That's true.
Is there like a thread of like everyone's video card and CPU with the settings they use?
I don't think
because the settings took me an hour to tweak, but yet once I figured it out, it was very like obvious what settings I need to turn off because what was causing problems like ground clutter and sky and post processing.
Its biggest thing for me was the resolution scale.
Yeah.
And
see, I didn't want to scale it down, so I just did
stuff like that.
I did 720p resolution with 100% scale, and it looks fine because that's what I stream at anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that would be really helpful for me if you want to like post a screenshot of it. I would.
This looks like shit, but it runs well. Like,
I would love if like we could just get a list of people's like CPU, GPU, and then like an imgur of their settings page.
Yeah, great.
We should do that.
I don't think I have like settings anywhere on here.
I have the same video card as you. I have a 770.
Yeah.
There's probably a Steam thread up or something like that. There has to be.
I'll find one.
If not, yeah, just someone watching the show could probably just create one. Be a good resource. Last story, a lot of people wanted me to tell us. We sent Birdo off on Pterodactyl last night because we wanted to see what happens when Birdo fights a Pterodactyl in the sky, right? When you tamed Birdo, it has like this little info card that comes up, and it tells you that Birdo does not move as fast as the pterodactyls, and the pterodactyl can outrun Birdo. We didn't know this at the time, so we sent him on it. The pterodactyl just went up in the sky and was flying away, and Birdo went with it, and we thought he was gone. About 10 minutes later, Birdo descends from the mountain and comes back to us. We have no idea where the fuck he's been. He's leveled up. He was set on aggressive. I'm pretty sure he just traversed the map and killed shit on his own and then eventually made it back to us. So it seems like the AI is pretty good on those mobs.
Went on its own adventure. I'm just imagining the stories he can tell you.
It was ridiculous. Like he descended off the mountain flying to us as one of our friends was dying to another bird down the way. And then the two birds fought in the sky, and it was like Lord of the Rings type shit. It was absolutely stupid. But the AI seems really good. So
that must have been a very amazing moment to see him coming back.
Oh, it was amazing. There were three of us running towards it.
It's like a lost pet
I want to try
home
to
or
find it,
something.
honestly, but it was a cool moment because we thought he was gone.
That's the moments that you love streaming during. Like, you can't really get that. When you YouTube and stuff, it's a lot of, like, it's not, like, pre-scripted, but, like, a lot of it's cut up and everything. It doesn't feel, like, natural.
Yeah.
The stream was with you on that whole adventure, and Birdo comes back and everything.
Oh, yeah. People loved it.
Like, was it like the lion? Like, the lion guy was like, he recognizes me.
Yeah.
The eagles! It's just like,
fuck. I wish I could find
Did you come up with a backstory? I mean, was Birdo like Birdo from Super Mario, where he's like,
yeah, that's what he was.
Kind of a boy.
Yeah, that's who he was. Fuck, I wish I could find that. I want to try to like make highlights of it. Anyways, we've talked about Ark enough. I think we're all going to be playing it later this week as well, so you can check it all over streams. Right?
I'm actually going to be playing a lot off streams.
Okay.
are you guys all playing the same server or like?
I'm on Moon's server.
Okay, that's what I think Lear's playing on
Moon
right now.
has a great server.
Yeah, Moon's got a great server.
How many people are out in there though? Is it still only 70 cap?
I think it's 70 cap. Yeah. It's a whitelisted server, so talk to me after stream and I'll get you on.
Hook a brother up.
Yeah.
One thing I loved though during the early release event with all the streamers, every person you ran into was a big streamer that you knew
cool.
or something.
Dude,
it was awesome.
Funny story.
The first thing I do is like I walk up, it's like, oh, it's Angry Joe. Fucking knocked him out.
Funny story. You guys will like this because it's me getting shit on. I walked up to Swifter, and I was like, "Hey, Swifter, what's up? It's JP." And he just looked at me and goes, "Oh," and then he just walks off. And I think it's because I hope, like my ego hopes that it's because he didn't know what I said, and he just walked away.
Where what it actually is your reputation very much preceding you.
It was very hilarious though when it happened because everyone on stream was like, "That's really sad. Like that was a very sad occurrence that just occurred." So I'm gonna give Swifter shit when I see him next. But what else? AO games. You guys anyone want to present that? I don't know much about it.
I might be the best person to present it. I don't know.
Oh,
'cause
did
I
you want to talk
played-
about Splatoon? Let's talk about Splatoon first.
Okay, and then we'll end it with the AO.
Yeah, we'll end it with that.
Just give a yo when you're done.
Do what?
Just give a yo when you're done.
Okay. Zeke, did you
Split.
did you
No,
play
I never
Splatoon
played
at
it,
all?
but it's like the second biggest thing after Ark right now.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to hear about it.
We call it Bukake Simulator. It's pretty good. So you play as a kid.
calls that? Just you? Is it just you?
Me and Lyric, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty awesome game. It's a kind of a unique game. I've never really seen something
Very
like it, which is
unique.
why I always love Nintendo games because they're always pushing like unique genres and stuff. So the game it's a 4v4 where you are a squid kid and you can transform in between squids and kids. So when you're in kid form, you have a gun and stuff. There's different types of guns. You can shoot fast, slow. Some of them like are bigger bursts, and some are like snipers. Some are like roll. You can even use like a paint roller. And your goal is to cover as much of the map as possible in your color of paint. They have very nice contrasting colors. This one we're playing right now is pink and yellow. There's like purple and blue. It's all that kind of cool stuff. And at the end of the 3 minutes, so the rounds are very short, whoever has the majority of the map painted wins. So it's surprisingly like competitive because you can kill the other squid kid things if you shoot them with enough of your own color of paint and they'll like blow up and stuff. And you can like go into squid form, so you actually like go into the paint and you can like move along the level and stuff. And by doing that, you refill your ink like tank. And then when you go in the kid form, you can shoot and cover more area. And it's like it's pretty deep. You have like lots of weapons, a lot of sub weapons like grenades and
It's
bombs
an incredibly deep game,
yeah.
and
But
it does not
that
look at
being
it
said,
topically.
there is only 5 maps, actually 6 maps of I think 2 days ago.
Yeah,
6 maps, 1 game type,
2
in
game types
regular
is King
match.
of the Hill. Yeah,
And then there's a second game type in ranked play, but ranked play you can't play with friends, and this game is very fun to play with friends. There is no party system, and there is no way to like communicate via voice, but that's pretty typical for Nintendo games. And the entire game costs $60. So you're
Yeah.
paying $60 for basically 2 game types and 6 maps. And also a single player, which apparently is quite fun. I haven't played all the way through it.
I haven't
but they
played it
said-
all. A lot of people said it was good.
They say the end boss is like amazing.
They said it was really
But,
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's worth the money right now. Like it's $60. I'd rather buy like 3 games at $20 than this $60 game. But it's so much fun to play.
It's a lot
kind
of
weird.
fun.
I'm like contradicting myself. I love it, but I hate it.
I mean,
It's weird.
$60 is a weird price point for it for sure. 100%.
But I'm having a blast with it. I love it.
They nailed the paint. You know, the actual
It's awesome.
This stream does not no one stream does justice to how good the paint looks, which is a really odd thing to say, but it looks amazing.
It's got like a texture to it.
Yeah.
And the sound effects are like it's squishy when you're walking on it and stuff, and it's weird. It feels very good.
Yeah. I'm having fun with it. Let's talk about this for a second. I bought my first amiibo, guys. I
Oh,
actually
God.
bought an amiibo.
You are like addicted to anything that has to do with wasting money.
I actually shit on these for a lot.
They
A lot
are.
of
It's
time.
like DLC, but it's
And I bought
it's weird. So
it's
there's
pretty-
amiibos in the game. If you guys don't know what amiibos are, they're like little figurines, but
Yeah,
they
it
actually
says.
do stuff in games. Like in Smash, if you have an amiibo, I believe you could like level it up and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's like a character you can play in the game almost, typically. So the ones that came with Splatoon were like the squid girl, the squid kid girl, the squid kid guy, and then just a squid. And if you actually use the amiibos, I believe you can get different equipment.
Yeah, you
which
get
it's like cosmetic equipment, I think, which
you
looks
get
really
this.
cool.
If that,
Yeah,
that's not really showing, but you get like this little schoolgirl outfit thing.
And I'm gonna buy that because I want to be a schoolgirl.
See, that's why I bought it.
I'm just. It feels like you're playing. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of like DLC, but it just feels like you're playing. It feels like DLC.
It does. I don't. That game is very hard to sell at $60.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with it. I don't think I'm probably not a good example because when I buy games, I see it as an investment, and
Well,
I can return on investment's quick.
exactly.
But for a person, like I think it's $1 per hour for a video game. If I'm gonna pay $60 for a game, I want to play a game for 60 hours. And yes, you can do that in this game, but it's very repetitive for 6 maps. You're gonna see the same thing a lot. But that can be said for a lot of competitive shooters.
Did you find that time flew very quickly?
Yes. I played this game for like 6 hours the first time
Same
I played
here.
it, and they're 3-minute matches. They're so fast.
Yeah, and they happen like very quickly as well. So you're never not in a game. It seems like that
And,
was a
like,
good thing I liked about it.
There can be 30 seconds left, and you can be losing, and you can still come back from it. It's
Right?
It's a really
Yeah, because if some
fun
asshole
game.
roller, I say asshole, and that's all I play. But if a roller like that gets and like look, he just covered so much area, and you'll lose
Yeah.
because of that.
So
It's good. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Zeke, you seemed like you were interested in it. So questions for?
Yeah, no, I like the cartoony versus games like this have a lot of replay value, like because they're not relying a whole bunch on realism or like super like faces and bushes and shit like that to make them look real and stuff like that. So they don't have to be as detailed, and they're still fucking fun, like Smash Brothers and shit like that. It's just
Right.
it looks fun. Not necessarily my kind of game, I wouldn't say. But I haven't played it yet, so I mean, this is first looks, but I definitely would love to give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I would say check it out if you're at all interested. I went into it with like not that much interest, and I ended up really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna play more Ark over this, but this is a type of game that I can jump into for 10 minutes and play 2 games, and then I'm out, and I have no issues with that.
for a lot of games of today's age and whatever it's called, whatever that saying is.
That's right.
There's a lot of games that you have to invest a lot of time to play. This one is not that way. I think Nintendo is very good at that. You don't have to play a game for hours. Like, CSGO, you're looking at 40 to 90 minutes for a match. Like League of Legends, you're looking for 30 minutes minimum for a match. This is a game that you can literally sit down and play for 5 minutes, 3 hours, 6 hours. Doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to do. And I like that.
Did
And
you
I
play
wish
the
more
ranked
games like
play
that.
yesterday? The King of the Hill?
I am addicted to ranked play.
Is it
it's
good?
more enjoyable than the regular play, but you can't play with friends, and I hate that.
Oh.
Like,
sucks.
apparently in August, they're going to have an update, and or I think it's August, and they're going to add a party system so you can party with people. I don't know if it's going to be allowed to ranked and party because, like, if your team can communicate, it's pretty OP because obviously no one else can.
Oh, yeah. No, we were all on Skype, and it was super
Yeah.
broken. We were on the same team we destroyed.
So I think it's, I don't know. I would love it. If this game had a party system for ranked play as well, like even like team ranked, sure, would be awesome. And I would think it would be even better.
Yeah.
But we have to wait. And I
hope they
hate
add
waiting
that
for like features I think should be in the game at launch to come out.
So it came out on Friday, and then on Monday, yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess, they released ranked play, right?
Yes.
And this was not a download. It was on the disc, and they just activated it. And I have no
See, the thing
reason
is,
why.
They
I
wanted
hate that
people.
stuff.
They wanted people, a majority of people, to hit level 10 because you got to be level 10 anyways to be able to play ranked. They wanted the
Oh.
majority of people to hit level 10, so people were experienced in the game. I think so. Ranked play wasn't just like filled with like bad games. But that being said, why can you not play the most fun game type, Splat Zones or Control Point, where you have to control a small area instead of the entire map? In regular play, you can only play it in ranked play. So it's a whole. I don't understand why they did it either, because it's a whole new experience. There's a whole different game type, and
Yeah.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they
don't
did
know.
that.
Um,
And they added a new gun to the new map, which was cool and all. I wish they would add a new map.
what's the new gun?
It's the NES Zapper. Like
yeah.
the Duck Hunt Zapper.
Yeah.
It's that. It's a pretty fast shooting gun. It's more like medium speed, but it's really long range, which is nice.
Do you know if the level cap is 20?
It is 20 right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I've seen some people already level 20, which is nuts. 'Cause
There's a bunch of Japanese people when we were playing on Friday
Yeah,
that were level
dude.
20.
Apparently, there's only one server, so all the Japanese people also join the NA servers too.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Zeke, this might be a bad comparison for you, but I feel like this is like a Mario Kart FPS in the sense that I got really upset when I would die in this, just like I
Oh,
do in
yeah.
Mario Kart.
Rage. He would probably break his controller.
Yeah. Because, like, the rollers are one of the most annoying things to fight against, Zeke. Like, everyone else has guns, right? And then there's these guys with these giant paint rollers. And all they have to do is roll into you or do a splash, which not very many people do. It's very good, but they literally just roll into you and you die.
So they're like the beefy melee kind of guys.
Kinda, yeah. Like that guy can you...
Yeah.
That guy right there that just jumped.
Yeah.
And if they get anywhere near you, they're going to, like, run you over. And
Okay.
so a lot of people are like, that's kind of like the noob tube of the game.
Okay.
That just frustrates the fucking shit out of every player because they cover so much ink and they can just run you over instantly.
Why doesn't everybody use that?
I don't know. That's what I used for
Because they
6
suck
hours
at range.
straight.
I'm using a sniper right now, and I can kill them pretty effectively. Like right here, I'm going to try to kill
Did-
one, but I think I missed. And
Did
he's gonna
you?
kill me.
So I've been using the. Yeah. See, you just died to the roller thing. I died. Or sorry. Have you seen the ninja perk?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like ninja with the roller is amazing because you can go and swim around and people won't be able to see your squid. And so then you can just pop up right behind people and like get them instantly.
This game is difficult to actually explain to someone who hasn't played it. To be
It's
honest,
very hard. It's
yeah.
I mean, the
It's
first thing you see
completely new.
is like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And just so I'm clear, this is Wii, right?
Wii U,
Yeah. Wii U exclusive.
Yep.
Got it.
But
Can you download it?
yep,
Yes.
eShop. It's on
Yep.
eShop.
That's what I did.
Excellent.
It's a weird thing that this is like a new Nintendo IP. Like that Nintendo made this game.
But this was announced at last E3, and this is kind of like the foreshadowing of this E3, and everyone shit in the game. They said it was gonna be really bad.
A lot of
like
people
it's the dumbest
well,
idea ever.
The hardcore crowd shit on it immediately.
And it's awesome. Like it's a very competitive game, surprisingly. So I don't know how the hardcore crowd wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But it makes me excited for this E3 for Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's the only one I guess not the only one. It's the one I'm very hyped for though. Oh god, this roller's about to screw me over.
Yeah,
I hate
rollers,
rollers,
man.
Oh god.
Rollers are frustrating. All right, let's bring up our last. People are wanting us to talk about XCOM 2. I mean, yeah, cool. It looks great. I'm into it. The trailer was out. It looks all right.
Oh, I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer. XCOM was fun though.
It was
I
fun.
loved XCOM.
XCOM was
I'm
one of the
like,
most. It was amazingly fun, but it's one of the most frustrating games for me of all time.
Same.
There's a couple of broken things that really shit.
Well,
like,
it's like
fucking salty.
I got that game, man. That game made me so salty.
Dude, I'm the exact same way. In fact, XCOM is one of the saltiest games, or for me personally, that I've ever played. I mean, I played on the second to hardest difficulty, meticulously planning out every person, every point. Okay, you're going to specialize this way. You're going to specialize this way. And then you go into a round and you're like, okay, I have total coverage from that direction. So anywhere that fires from that side, I'll be fine. And then some fucking alien comes in from outside your firing range and is like, 20%.
Dude.
Pew pew. Critical. Eyeballs exploded. Spine shattered. And it's just like, that was the first attack in the round. Everything was perfect. Like, my guy was defensive. He was in the full cover. It was from that direction. He was out of range. What? Like, that little RNG aspect of it almost ruined it for
I have
me.
a highlight on YouTube of what were the big guys? The brutes, I guess.
Brutes.
Well,
They had a different name though, I think.
it was like the big guys, whatever the fuck those are, not the brutes, but they're like
the dual wield pistol guys. It's been a long time since I played. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't know, whoever the biggest guys are, and I was like, I had a bunch of high level people on this. It was like my main crew. We were all doing amazing. I was like crushing this level. My sniper is in the best spot. Like everyone, I'm on cloud 9. I turn a corner. The big guy's there. It's my last turn. The next turn, he comes in and like kills 3 people or some shit. And I was so fucking pissed off. It's one of the only times where I've just got up and left the stream for like, I pulled a Zeke and just got up and left the stream for like a minute or two. So I was
I
so
may
have missed this,
upset.
I may have missed this, but how long did it take you to get to that point?
In the level, it was probably 30 minutes to an hour in the level. Yeah. Like it was.
That's
it was
the part that drove me
infuriating,
nuts.
dude.
Man. It drove me absolutely nuts. Like you'd spend, like 45 minutes meticulously crawling through a level, and then like in one move, it's all gone, and your best guy's dead, and your other second best guy's injured, and it's just like.
But at the same time, that's why XCOM's awesome. Like that's why it's a great game. So.
It's FTL level and RNG sometimes.
Yeah,
like just
exactly.
Everything changes on a dime. No matter how good it's going, it can always go horribly. It's like Darkest Dungeon.
Yep. I guess it's true. It's true. Darkest Dungeon had a patch. Did anyone play it, by the way? They added the new classes
So
and stuff.
bad.
What? I have had some people in my community play it, and they said that there's
good?
like a lot of changes. Like they put a lot of work into it recently.
It's good.
Still
It's
not
good.
released, by the way. Still no Darkest Dungeon.
yeah.
You can't get to that stuff yet.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up the good shit. It can only get better.
Yeah. I guess before we jump into this, Zeke, anything else? You've been playing a lot of Boshi. Where are you at? Where are you at in Boshi? What are you doing?
I am now at Mega Man.
Is that the next big hurdle?
Yep, that's gonna be hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I got to him like halfway through a stream, like 3.5 hours in or something like that. I got to him and then I played him for half an hour and then I went, I'm gonna switch games because this guy is going to take, like him, Sonic, and Solgren, the bosses, are comparably like the toughest bosses in the game. And Sonic took me like 50, 60 hours, somewhere around there to beat.
Jesus.
And now Mega Man is probably going to take me very, very similar amount of time, so I am not looking forward to it, but I will persevere, but I'm going to stick to it, but then I'm probably going to do, like, the thing, where I'll play Bosi for like 4 hours and then switch games for another 4 hours.
Yeah, you gotta stay sane, man.
I can't fucking do 8 hours of that. It will drive me fucking batshit, and no one will want to watch it.
Dude,
Or
when you're
people that
playing a game
wanna
like
watch it are
Bosi,
people who like pull the wings off flies.
no one likes watching someone being absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
Raging for fun and raging while you're having fun is one thing. Being miserable while you do it that's
Yep.
no one wants to see.
So they
that.
can tell the difference. Like you can really like feel it when it's different. Like rage is one thing. That means I'm still invested in the game. I still like, but when it gets quiet and I'm not saying anything for minutes at a time, just like that's when you know it's just
Oh yeah,
like,
that's when you know you're gonna rage.
yeah. If like a strippergram came to the door, beautiful lady comes in, she's like got nothing on. I'd open the door and be like, "Fuck off, get the fuck out of here!" Like no matter what, nothing can cheer me up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Can I hit on another game that got announcement today?
Yes.
I don't think I talked about it. It's called Rocket League, and I don't know if you guys have played it.
Oh, I saw you guys playing this. I haven't touched it myself.
So that video came out today. I don't know if how easy it is to play, but basically they announced the official like when the game's gonna launch today, and it's gonna be like PC and PS4. I think it's
crossplay.
July. Yeah, I think
crazy.
I think it's July 7th. I don't know if I remember
I
the
saw
date
that.
correctly.
That sounds correct. Yeah.
But dude, the game is so much fun. If you guys like
I'm trying to
just
find it on
fun
here.
games that aren't too long, Rocket League is an amazing game to play. Like you guys would love it, like all of you together. So you should definitely check
Can you
it out.
explain a little about
Yeah,
it?
explain it because I'm trying to find the VOD.
Oh, that's actually a good point. So in Rocket League,
Play this game. What is it? I don't. It's good.
Don't get me wrong, I trust you, and I'm sure it's awesome. But
it's either it's a soccer game, basic, or I guess football if you're from Europe, whatever, right? So I just piss a lot of people off. So it's either 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, or if you're crazy, 4v4, and you drive cars.
Here you go.
Now it's a futuristic soccer game where you want to hit a giant ball with your car into the enemy's goal. And that is literally the entire game. And it seems like there's not a lot there, but the game is super intense because you can do some insane plays. You can jump with your car. You can also boost, and you can collect boost things like power-ups around the map to get you more boost meter. And you can even, like, with the boost and jumping, you can even make your car fly. Good players can, like, literally make their car boost in different directions in the air. We played against some of the devs, and they're insanely good. But it's a really fun game that doesn't take super long. It's like a 5-minute game, and it gets really intense because you can turn it around in like, you can get a goal in 6 seconds and turn it around, and it's really, really fun and satisfying. When you get a goal, it is super satisfying.
This
That's
could
probably my favorite
potentially
part
be a
about it.
game
Or
at.
like Splatoon.
Oh, yeah, this would definitely be a good PJ Sultan game.
Yeah, great.
I think a fun PJ Sultan idea would be to make people work together, like 2 PJ Sultan contestants work together in the first few rounds before it's single-player games.
Me and
Yeah.
Zeke did that all tournament long. We just had the secret.
Yeah.
The secret agenda behind the scenes every
Oh
time.
my god, that's right. But I don't think you've ever talked about that. That was fucking great because I was like, all right, me and you, JP, and then I went to the last 2 contestants, and I was like, all right, me and you were gonna team up. Me and JP kept our team up.
Yeah.
And everybody else said I was gonna team up with them, and we kept ours and just shit on everybody else.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good time.
So this game comes out July 7th, I believe.
how much?
and they
How
have-
much is it, by the way?
I don't know. I don't think it should be too expensive. I hope it's not too expensive because it's not really an insane, like there's not a ton of stuff you
Yeah.
can do in it. But we found ourselves addicted. We played I think for like 4 or 5 hours the first day, and it was pretty freaking sweet. I wanted you guys to see a goal because when you score a goal, it like the ball explodes and it's really satisfying. But the shit talk during this game is real. It's pretty ridiculous. Like it's more ridiculous than Mario Kart.
Have they said like are they gonna have like a ranked matchmaking thing?
20
or-
bucks.
Yeah, so I
20
think
bucks,
you get
by the way,
points. Okay, I think you get points as you actually play the game. Like, so every win you get more points and stuff. I don't know how that ranks or whatever.
Oh.
But I don't know. Like when I say it's a 5-minute game, I mean like the game, like the match itself lasts 5 minutes, but you'll find yourself addicted after one game, so you have to play many. It's
This
not
is
like
one
a
of those
long
games
game.
I would probably find myself like sweating after the.
Oh, dude, that was one thing I found out. Me and Lyric both had to like stand up after each game because we were like sweating because we were playing the devs and it was like our first day and they've been playing for thousands of hours, whatever. And we actually beat them in the first round. And then we found out they were all sitting on a couch, all like 10 of them or 20 of them, and they gave the controllers to the worst people. And the second game, they brought out their fucking aces, and the very first goal they scored was one guy flying through the air halfway across the arena, just bounced off his nose and off the ceiling into the goal.
Nice.
And Lyric and I were like, "What just happened?" Like, oh my god.
You got ringed.
We got played and hustled, but it was quite fun.
That
So
looks
yeah,
cool.
this game's one to look out for.
It looks funny, cool.
I want to see what the PS4 crossplay with PC,
Yeah.
how that works.
It
That'd
felt
be
great on the
interesting to see.
PS4 controller. It's definitely a controller game. Like if you're playing on the PC, you're gonna want to play on a controller, like whatever you have. I don't think it'd be great to have a keyboard with, but it's I love the idea of crossplay. I wish more games did that. Like I think Shadowplay was the first game I ever played that had crossplay.
Yeah.
Shadowrun. That was
Shadowrun.
it. Yeah. that game
Oh
was awesome.
yeah, the old Xbox game. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was good. That was a good time.
That was a while ago.
That was a long. Yeah, that was 4, maybe even like 5 or 6 years ago. It was a while back.
I played that way back in the day.
All right, let's talk about our final topic here: the banning of adult-only games. Who wants to introduce it? Because I don't have that much. I did not give two shits about this, to be honest, because
Yeah.
just people
I'll talk
seem to
about it.
lose their mind about it, and I think it was
So-
just the internet being the internet. But
What
Twitch
counts
is-
as an adults-only game? Because I know there's only one that I can think of, and that's that hatred game,
ESRB
right?
rated.
the
I've never seen-
ESRB rating of the game
Yeah, there's 26 games that have been ESRB rated as adult only, meaning
the
its
US.
content is fit for
Yeah.
people that are adult only. And this ban has basically been a blanket ban. I said that wrong. A blanket ban of any adult only game on Twitch. You cannot play it if it's ESRB rated. This does not mean PEGI rated. This is ESRB only. So that's only 26 games, and most of them you probably haven't heard of. They also listed, I think, 7 or 8 other games like Sakura Spirit, Honey Pop, Hatred was on there as well. Even like San Antonio, like the director's cut, the GTA game as well. They have banned some of those that are a bit more lewd. So they've tried to cover a ground that was kind of a gray zone in Twitch for a long time, and they just finally came out with it. A lot of times they would just say you can't play this game, and that was just kind of like a known rule. But I think they finally put it in the new terms of service or whatever because they didn't want new people that weren't really too with like the ways of Twitch to do it by accident. So I think been affected by this most of this group because I like to play a lot of visual novels, which are like people call them hentai games because there's like anime and it's the funny thing to call them.
when you say visual novels, you mean anime shit.
Yeah,
It's like
anime
saying
shit.
graphic novel.
Like
You
the
mean
game I
comic
just played,
books.
Akaba's Trip. The goal of the
I
game
watched you
was
play that. Yeah.
you're a vampire, and to kill the other vampires, you have to take their clothes off until they're down to their underwear, because then the sunlight will, will
I watched
dissolve
you
them.
play that for like 5 hours, and I have
The
no
game's
fucking
amazing.
idea why.
Yeah, but it's games. A lot of the games, like visual novels, are really lewd because that's just kind of the selling point. I don't know. People are gonna yell at me for saying this. It's the selling point. Like it definitely is a reason to.
No, yeah,
beat
people
it.
buy that
It's
game
fan service. It's the
because
same
they
as
want
an
to see the
anime.
fan service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, look at like Witcher and stuff like that, right? There's boobs in Witcher, right?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, yeah.
Fans-
Oh, there's
yeah,
full-
that's
full
definitely.
front-
There's full on sex scenes.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
I haven't
looks
played
like
it, so
can't be the focus of the game.
yeah. So that's what Twitch said before. It said the sexual content cannot be the focus of the game. So stuff like GTA 5 going to the strip club or whatever, that's okay. It's in the game. It's not the focus of it. Don't focus on it the entire stream, but you can do it just to like show your audience and stuff. But now they have stated that games like that have the AO content for them, which by the way are not entirely sexual. Like AO content does not just mean sex. It means like extreme violence, extreme language, and stuff like real life betting of money. Like that kind of stuff is kind of categorized under adult content. So some games are categorized there because they're just too bloody, they're too gory and stuff like that, and it's not just sexualized. But games like, I just want to mention, Sakura Spirit I don't think deserves to be on the list at all.
That's been banned. That was not banned on Twitch, right?
That was
That was a game that was banned.
It's banned
Okay.
on Twitch. I think Soda. I
Yeah,
don't know
Soda
what he
Pop
did.
it.
Well,
streamed
I'll
it.
list them because I
Yeah,
remember
but
when
it
I was
streamed
trying to
it.
do Cocktober.
Yeah, and then Honey Pop got banned as well. And these are games that have a mature version of them, and it's like nudity and stuff like that.
Which one
But
is Honey Pop?
Honey Pop is the dating simulator game where you try
I
to
think
date.
that's
like,
the one where I.
people.
Yeah. I
dude,
think I saw that.
Honey Pop is bad.
Yeah.
You get there's like
The mature only version is like actual nudity, but the non-mature version is everything is covered up and all. So like
Is Honey Pop the one that has like the 2 dolls and you get to like choose between them or some shit like that?
no, it's you want to take girls on dates and stuff, and like it's kind of like playing Bejeweled a little bit to get points, and like it's hard to explain.
I
but
played
it's,
one of these games and it was 10 minutes of just like the most bullshit it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
It's
I can't
so
remember
it's
what
hard
it's
to
called.
explain because Twitch has basically put the blanket ban on AO games, and I think that's fine. But there's also other stuff on Twitch that I feel like if that's the case, should be banned. And Twitch is not really very vocal about their TOS very often until like it's basically TOS is there, but it's ultimately their choice what you think is not allowed and what is allowed. Like I played Nekopara, and that's not banned, and that's almost worse than Sakura Spirit.
That's
if
what I
not
was talking.
worse.
I think that's the one I was talking about.
I don't understand. I think the only problem is it almost adds more confusion to the mix because I'm always like second guessing myself because I like playing games like this and it's always funny, but I don't want to get banned. That's the thing. I love Twitch and everything.
Hold on real
So
quick, though.
I love it. It just always takes me back to like the People versus Larry Flint kind of thing, like where he's showing pictures of like war, sex.
I have a
And
question.
it's like you can throw a knife through a guy's or you can pound
that's
his
very
head
true.
into his body, rip it open, and you see his fucking head. inside of
America's
his
fucking
body.
weird when it comes to that shit, dude.
And it's like I love it. I love it.
So I asked this question, and a lot of it was actually because of the ban on the AO games. I asked the question on Twitter, and the only people that could be mentioned in terms of large broadcasters was Zillion OP, the wheelchair guy, that asshole that stood up, like said he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like took all this money, then he just stood up and walked off cast for like after saying he was in a wheelchair for a year or some shit. I think that's been the biggest one, but I honestly don't think Twitch will ever ban a broadcaster after a certain point. I don't think we'll ever see a giant broadcaster be banned. Like Tally's the only one, and it was literally like, hey, we have to do this because of the law, but we're just going to bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think you'll ever see Twitch ban a giant broadcaster.
I'm kind of, it's sad to say I agree with you.
Like, there are some giant broadcasters that the shit they do on their stream is violating every fucking rule in the world, and nothing happens to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't think you're ever going to see them get banned.
So,
successful.
I want to go back to like, because it kind of goes back.
Exactly, Zeke.
I think all of us have that 18 plus filter on our streams, right? Like
We
you
do,
have
yeah.
to agree that 18 plus.
Co does it sometimes, right?
Okay.
Or most of the time,
So
you know.
I've always had that on because my content on my stream is definitely 18 plus. I swear a lot and everything. I don't think that means you need to be 18 plus. It means you have to be okay with seeing mature content that is equivalent to 18 plus and everything. You could be younger and still watch it as long as you're able to handle it and be mature about it. That being said, I feel like that has no effect on what like this at all because if you're 18 plus, you should be able to see AO content. Or is that described as 21 plus? I don't know.
I think it's 21 plus.
Okay.
Plus,
Well, people agree that they're mature and everything. Maybe AO is a bad example here, but to see content like that, I've just found out though that agreement is only on the computer. Like if you're on any mobile platform, any gaming platform, any like tablet or whatever, you don't get that agreement whatsoever. So you might be seeing content on my stream
really?
that I'm not okay with people seeing, or like just without. What if they're at work and they have the kids there or something, and I'm just like swearing at Mario Kart because this guy's playing Mario Kart. It can't be that bad, right?
Or you're just,
and they come in and I'm like, fuck Lyric, fuck this shit, fuck this game, and it's just. I feel like Twitch needs to kind of go back and work on their filters for age before they start banning certain types of genres first. I feel like that's more important.
Oh, it's 18 plus
no.
in Europe, I guess.
Two things real
okay.
quick. First of all, Waffle, what were you talking about just before this? You said that it was kind of tough to know what's what, like in terms of games you can.
Every single time I play, like
But I mean, is it like a hard line? Like the game is adult only, or it's
No,
not?
because
now it is.
these indie games are not really defined with ESRB ratings because they're not big enough to be like way.
Oh,
Especially
yeah, sure,
games
sure.
over in Europe. I mean, they don't have ESRB ratings either, like PEGI rated. So since Twitch has only said ESRB rated stuff, I think because Twitch is an American company,
Yeah.
they have to be that way. All these indie games, I mean, they're not rated anything at all.
None of the
but
indie
they're-
games on Steam are rated anything,
They're
right?
very lewd, and I have to like walk a line. And here's something I don't like, and this is a good example. Lyric wanted to watch the Kung Fury movie on Twitch, right? And he asked Twitch about it, and he's like, "Hey, it's a free movie and everything, and if he got permission, could he do it?" And they said no,
Because
it's not a good idea. Well, yeah, but what if you got permission from them to even stream it on your channel? Like, would that be allowed? And they still said no.
Really?
People have
That
actually
makes
streamed that
sense.
movie on Twitch and not got banned. But because he asked, he wasn't allowed to. So I don't ask. I do stuff that might cross that line a little bit. And like you said, those big broadcasters can't be banned. And because of that, I'm allowed to, maybe it protects Twitch's ass and I'm the one that's going to get in trouble if anything crosses the line. And to me, I guess that's okay. And I'm willing to put that on the line for it. But I just, I think it's weird. There's like, we have like a privilege that I don't think we deserve. In that kind of sense.
Streamer privilege is a real thing, man. 100%.
I can speak from
Well-
experience on this. That when I was doing one of the St. Jude nights, I said I didn't talk about it before. I didn't talk about it until I was doing it. Was money for shots for St. Jude.
Yeah.
I was accepting money to take shots, and
Can
I
you
didn't
do that?
tell anybody about it. I just did
Well,
it.
no,
and-
Dan did a whole broadcast recently for
Yeah.
a charity. Not recently, but maybe like a couple months back. Like that was the entire broadcast, and I
Well,
think
It was a
he's got-
subathon.
Yeah, it was subathon. That's what it was.
Yeah, he took a shot of beer
Just-
for every sub, and he went like 215 shots of beer into that stream,
He got
and it was
like
crazy.
real drunk. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's a
actually
great
remember.
way to put it. It's better to ask. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. So
But one thing I think a lot of, I mean, I kind of feel like the discussion, the perspective is a little off though, because one of the things that I think we got to understand is Twitch is a facilitator. Twitch is a company that is allowing us to do our own things on Twitch. So all Twitch is really doing is just like with the giveaway stuff months ago, just like the adult only stuff, they're just kind of covering their ass. They're
agree.
not really telling us don't do all this stuff. They're just saying, look, we're not saying any of this is okay. If you do it and something happens to you, this is right on you. We said
Yeah.
not to do it, so we're not doing anything. So I think that's like what you're saying, like with the Kung Fu movie thing, that's where it gets a little gray because that's not anyone legal saying
think-
that
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
lot of
Twitch
gray
saying-
areas
that's
on Twitch.
saying- exactly. But that's like Twitch saying, we don't want you to stream non-gaming content. But just like everyone knows, it's extremely rare for a channel to be removed for that. So it's not like those little guys got
Well,
punished.
It's
But at the same
extremely rare for a
time-
larger channel. Smaller
Well,
channels
yeah,
get
I was
removed all
gonna
the
say,
time.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Like if someone like Lyric were to have been told no and do it, like that's creating an issue, you know. But just like that is a really good point. Like asking for permission over forgiveness, that is where it gets a little weird. But again, we don't want to think of Twitch as like the man setting the rules. They're just kind of the company letting us do this and going, guys, we need
But-
to make sure we're protected. Like
Let's be-
we're not telling you what to do, but
Are you as a broadcaster willing to take that risk? Like, look at Soda Pop and the Blackjack streams. That is definitely a gray area. But he
yeah,
took that risk,
100%.
and he got like 60,000 viewers that one stream he was doing that. That paid off. Like, and it's weird. People who can take that risk and not get punished as hard as they, others should be punished, are able to like profit off of it. I guess you could say, or like benefit off a lot more than others. And it's weird.
It's weird for sure.
Yeah,
That's the way. I mean, that's the way it goes in real life. I mean,
that's true.
like celebrities
That's true.
don't go to jail
Yeah.
for the most part.
So,
And if you want to read more about this, go over to r/Twitch because it's literally this in every thread.
every thread.
It's literally a smaller broadcaster.
Yeah.
complaining
In the end of
about
it-
the bigger broadcasters in every thread.
Yeah, in the end of it, it's the broadcasters who are going to get in trouble, and Twitch is just trying to cover their own end. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be that way, right? We get to do what we want to do, but if we cross lines we shouldn't cross, it's on us, not on Twitch. And Twitch is trying to, show us that and, prevent themselves from getting in trouble. So one broadcaster that they don't control doesn't bring them down.
Yeah.
Which in the
That's
end
true.
it's smart.
Yep.
and
I
again, I
wouldn't
recommend
be-
going to this. Go ahead.
I wouldn't be upset with stricter rules and more punishments because I know I've broken TOS from at certain times and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
the thing
if they
is like
came down on me, I would have earned it. I would own it, and I would apologize, and hopefully they wouldn't like
What-
ban my entire channel for.
Yeah,
you know,
what is like
But I wouldn't mind if there was more punishment. That's
how does
okay.
Twitch come down on you? Do they say is it a public hey, you get a strike against your channel, 3 strikes you're out? Like what is the rule?
They don't do that.
No,
I'll tell you
I'm just
exactly
saying
what
like
happens.
hypothetically
Dude, it's
hypothetically
what happened to Towley. It's what happened to Towley.
I
That's
thought
what
he just
happened.
got removed because of the
They
gambling
get past
thing.
the word from some other official source saying you need to do this because this person did something that we don't like, and Twitch said, okay.
Yeah.
And then once that was worked out with the source, Twitch said, hey, welcome back. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That doesn't happen often. That doesn't happen too often, thankfully.
Yeah.
But, if you're wondering if Twitch actually takes action, they did. It does. It happens. And it happens against really big, iconic streamers if it's bad enough. But thankfully, I think that, they're in it, just like we are, they're in a gray area. I'm sure that they can, they try to give us as much leeway as they can while staying in the rules. So, it's all there. And for those that I'm sure inevitably are going to ask what happened with that, Tally wrote up a big thing about it on his website. Go check it out.
Yeah, he's got YouTube videos, things over in it. Yeah. It's
Well, I
something
think
that actually is fine now.
just-
So
Yeah, it was just a legal snafu that got worked out a day later, no problem. But again, it was official and it was treated official, and that's why it happened.
Yeah. And the other thing too is I think one of the safeguards that Twitch has that a lot of people think does something is the report tool. It kind of does something, only to smaller channels. Like, I feel like if we were privy to the reportings on some of the bigger channels, there would be like thousands upon thousands of reports a day that don't even get looked at. Because a lot of them are probably just spam. A lot of them are
I've heard of like report
assholes.
raids.
Yeah, like
of like
report
channels
raids
being taken down for like 24 hours because of like people like putting it and reporting false information about what just happened or something.
Yeah, like it's almost a bad tool. Like,
well, when you get like thousands of people watching you, and you get, I don't know, 15 people writing reports, and you're a smaller streamer, and you get one person writing a report, and that's all they get about your channel. Like, it's you know, I get it. It gets lost in the shuffle, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure, like, huge streamers like, you know, the biggest names on Twitch get all kinds of hate mail or whatever posted or reports to Twitch and stuff like that. Whereas a smaller streamer gets one, and then they have to look at it.
Can you imagine what, like, Kitty Plays Games report thing looks like? Like, can you just imagine that for a second? It's like people are fucking probably getting 1 billion reports a day on her channel.
Can we be real
imagine,
here though? Like, what do we think Twitch should do?
That's what I was saying. Like, hypothetically,
like, how about we go around? What do you think Twitch should do as an actual service provider for us to, you know, be broadcasters? What would be your ultimate for them? Because for me, I would actually just want them to have no control over what I do at all, what I can do. Legally, it's not going to happen. So do the legal requirements.
what do you mean by no
everything.
control in terms of tell you what you
I want to do what I
stream?
want to do, right? I want to be able to drink however much I want to be able to drink, right? To a certain point, and like, that's pretty obvious, I think, you know, to the destructive point.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play whatever games I want. It's a gaming place, right? I want to be able to say whatever I want about anyone I want, and that's how it is. I don't want people limiting what I can do under legal limits, right? So I'm sure within the U.S. you can't do the gambling thing. ESRB rating, sure, you can't show minors stuff that they can't see. That's fine, and no self-destructive behavior would be probably a good point. That's what I would like to see, but I think a lot of people have different perspectives on what's okay with Twitch, and when you go into these kind of things, like banning a whole genre of games, you start stepping on people's toes that they don't think you should be able to step on, and you start losing I guess is it loyalty or faith or whatever it is. So what would you guys want to see?
There's two really important things to go over that, though. The infrastructure required to do something like this is not by any means cheap, and someone has to pay, which means someone has to get paid. So if you're getting paid or putting your name on something, at that point, you are that product. Even if you don't mean to be, you are in some way supporting that product being delivered. So for any professional company to want, you know, like basically the stuff that Twitch is kind of try to downplay and get out, like they're trying to be as professional as they can about it. So until like, now here's the thing, until, and I'm saying this completely seriously, until someone comes up with a streaming service specifically designed, you do what you want, which could make money. Just saying, you know, it's not out there right now. And what you're talking about, Waffles, clearly some people want. You know, that's a different story. But until that time, until someone's comfortable enough to say, sure, do whatever you want, we don't care, you know, it's going to take years.
Periscope is kind of that, is it not? Like, does Periscope have things?
Periscope is still beta. They haven't really, like, Periscope is not the big public face of anything yet. And I wouldn't be surprised when it makes that jump if we see all this stuff start to fall like dominoes.
Yeah. I know that.
I think there's going to be limits on Periscope. You know, people are going to do things that are very questionable, and then that's going to be, they're going to have to draw a line somewhere.
What's going to happen to the first couple that does a video on Periscope? What's going to happen to the first person?
I think that's already happened. Like, didn't I see a tweet from Kitty saying that there was like 2 girls grinding on each other or something on Periscope last night, and it was like the biggest Periscope stream or some shit?
And isn't there a certain point where, like, Periscope isn't a website you can just go browse all these different streams on, is it?
I
thought it's just like you have to have.
You can watch it in a browser, but I think it's very restrictive into what you can actually do. Like, you can't chat. I don't know how it works. I've never used the app, so it is a mobile app. It's not a desktop.
Right. What happens if people start like injecting like actual like high quality film or video into it and start showing
that's
like
what Justin
movies?
TV was.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I mean, that's what I mean. Chat roulette.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that became.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. I mean, Just dicks.
Is Chat Roulette bigger than My Free Cams now? Is it?
I bet it is.
Like I don't know.
I've heard about it in years, so I thought it.
I don't know what the scale of any of that is. I don't know like what the big one is now, right? Like I don't know. Anyways, we're probably gonna get banned, but we're on Zeke's channel, so who cares?
Yeah.
Talking about all this stuff.
I'm just saying we got to make a
I am
website.
loved.
Speaking of, no.
So after the streamers are done streaming, I think they should just go over to a cam website and we can call it twatch.tv. So just
Yeah.
fix the I to an A, and then we could just have it's a secondary income, right? We could all
We
do
should.
cam girl stuff
Actually,
on
apples.
twatch.tv.
Yeah.
I've already
Never
copied
did
it and watch.
Twatch has already been copyrighted. I own that copyright.
Has it? Oh my god.
There you go.
Just
And
now.
Twatch and Twatch.com.
Omid, where are you? I need you. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Real quick, does anyone know anything about the if we're switching topics? Are we not?
I do want to read this. This is the recommendation by the curator for Nikapara Volume 1. I just, Zeke was talking or something, I tuned out. 2014 receives its Game of the Year at the very end of the year, and it's a hell of a game. A must-buy for all cat girl lovers. Has a boob setting for bounciness.
You hit P and it literally the boobs bounce.
That's the entire curation. It's literally just what I said. That's all they wrote. And it's like the number one.
I don't know. I would say to kind
Fucking
of sum it
dumb.
up, I think limits are important, but I don't want limits to affect what I do. Like
Yeah.
to where it changes who I am and what my stream
Well,
is.
it changes your stream, yeah.
Yeah. Like
'Cause-
I love limits to be there because it's important for limits, of course, in certain situations. But I don't want those limits to be too strict, and I hope Twitch kind of allows us to be very free with our channels, which they have been doing so far. You can pretty much do whatever you want at this point, and then if you do something bad, you'll get a slap on the wrist, and you'll learn not to do that kind of stuff or where not to step and everything. And I think Twitch is going in the right direction. This is understandable what they did, so it's like it was kind of obvious it was going to happen. I just does he get banned? I think he got banned.
No, I'm.
Okay.
My camera fucked up.
Oh, it's just
Okay.
a black image right now. Like you're
No, I
sitting in
went
an image.
to. I went off. I turned my camera off to make a fucking joke, and now
Yeah.
it won't come on.
No, I thought it was either a well-timed shutdown of your camera or it just bugged out. Yeah,
But-
this sounds to the Twitch staff watching, and I know you're watching, like something that could be talked about behind doors at TwitchCon, maybe. Like, you should do that. It should be a thing.
It would be very interesting if Twitch came up with some kind of like adult-only selector that you could do, where it basically was like a legal block of please understand that streams here are not enforced or run by like just a legal.
So
I
what?
actually
we're out of-
no. I don't want Twitch adding anything else to the platform right now. Everything they add breaks it. Like every fucking time they add a feature, it breaks Twitch
That's
for like
true.
a week. And I want them to fix that back end before they start adding features. Oh god. So sorry, but that would be nice. That would be great if they could
You
do
can
that.
put that on the wish list with the
Well, you know what
messaging
they should do?
overhaul
If
and
whatever game category you're in, and it should look at the rating for that game, and then that alert should come up when you join that game. Like,
why would you?
I don't know.
I would say don't even go that far. If the game's not in the list, you can't stream. Like if it's not in the game list, you can't stream
Bullshit.
it.
Lego Worlds wasn't in the stream list. I had to have Hassan add it manually.
Yeah, that's
But
you
Lego
got it
Worlds is
early.
like-
You can't stream it
I've had that happen way too many times.
with
That's
indie
something
games
I'm-
and shit.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Maybe so.
And people are just gonna go in the wrong category.
Welcome
Anyways.
back, Zeke. By the way, how was Lego World? Was that
Oh, I liked it. It was fun. I
people
actually
are
built
ripping into it 'cause it's
Minecraft.
Minecraft in Lego?
I built Minecraft Legos because I wanted to be funny and like build mine because there's Minecraft Lego sets. You have like access to all the Legos. It's really good for exploring, but you can also build on it. So I built a Minecraft Lego set in Lego Worlds, and then that took me like 6 hours, and I had to stop because I just play Legos for 6 hours, which is quite fun. But yeah, definitely worth checking it out.
Is
if
that
you
on
haven't
Steam?
already.
Like, is that?
It is on Steam. It came out of nowhere, like bam! All of a sudden, one day, Lego Worlds, it's ready to go.
How is it? How is it doing?
I think it's pretty
Let me-
well
let me go to the
accepted.
top
People
seller.
really want multiplayer in the game. Like
Yeah.
I want multiplayer.
So Lego World's $15 right now. Second on the list. Ark is first for 25.
It's quite fun.
I think it's fucking hilarious that.
Yeah,
I thought it was so. Talking about Ark, I thought it was so interesting that another game debuted on Twitch, had 100,000 people watching it on the first day, and then it's wildly successful on Steam.
yeah, but don't worry, it's the YouTubers, right?
Yeah, and
YouTubers-
then of course we all get blamed for, and honestly, like, people like I think Lyric had 70K people watching, and people probably bought the game because of that stream. Like, once again, Twitch is directly impacting like game sales. I think that's so cool and interesting at the same time.
How any developer couldn't look at that and just see a potential gold mine in front of them is beyond me.
Yeah, and the funniest thing too is the quote official Ark stream did pretty. I don't know the viewership, but it was pretty abysmal compared to like everything else.
Yeah, it had a lot of viewers, but they also, I think, poorly planned it.
Yeah.
Like, the very first thing you see of a game cannot be something poor. And I feel like the streamer didn't have enough experience with the amount of people he got. I mean, he had typically, like a few hundred viewers, and then when it came out, he had like 13,000 people, and they all wanted him to answer questions and stuff, and, you know, his computer wasn't up to par for the game because the game was kind of not optimized well. Yeah. And it was kind of, I think, a bad PR thing for them to begin with. But after the hour, because people just wanted to see the game, and when their favorite streamer got to play, or whether it be any of the people that got in, because they all got in there around the same time, it was people kind of immediately turned around. And then a day later, when everyone else could play the game and they couldn't get in, it went to shit again. So it was like down, up, and down again. So.
And I wonder how many of those people bought it through pre-order.
Yeah.
The thing that is kind of unfortunate is I actually saw parts of that stream too, and it was like
I didn't see it at all.
Everything about some parts of that was just uncomfortable to watch. Like to see someone clearly in over their head, clearly not in control of the situation, you know, like questioning what he's doing. That was a situation where I really think that a smaller streamer did a good thing while pitching an idea and getting a company involved. But if you're going to do that kind of stuff, you have to follow through. You have to prepare. You have to practice. And I felt I felt really bad watching that for him, unfortunately.
So we'll see. I thought that.
Do we want to like segment into the refund thing about this?
We only have like 10 minutes, but to be honest, I don't like. Do you know? I didn't read about it. I only saw this thing was getting refunds.
But a lot of people want to hear about it because
I saw that it was like a 2-week. I don't think we know enough about it to adequately talk
next
about
week.
it. Because again, if we talk about it, it's gonna be like, yeah, I think Steve's got like a 2-week thing that you could get a refund on a game if you don't like it, and that sucks for indie devs. I think that's what people are yelling about, and you guys would be like, yeah, that if that's what it is, that sucks, and that's what we think about.
Like, you can't even you can't refund early access games. I think so.
Oh, you can't? That's interesting.
I don't think so. But yeah,
I don't know all the rules of it, so
I don't know either. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I can't talk intelligently on that or anything, apparently.
There was a ton of
was
stuff
for
that
you,
hit
JP,
yesterday.
you fucker. I beat you to it.
No, that's good. I like it. Try to see if there's anything like that has just come out before their episode show. My favorite host of my favorite press conference at E3, Aisha Tyler, is going to be hosting the Ubisoft conference once again. So expect complete hilarity and awkwardness from that conference. And my French friends over there.
I have high hopes for the Nintendo conference.
You think that's going to be a good one?
I think it's going to be a good one, yeah.
What else? New AMD cards announced going to be announced at E3 at 9 a.m. on June 16th. That's kind of interesting.
Dude, I have to say, I am even more interested in the Bethesda announcement now. To have announced the game now means that they have something potentially even bigger planned for E3. Like what? They've already announced Fallout 4. What are they going to do now? You know, it's like, but they announced this months ago, so clearly it's something really big.
Have they said that there's another IP that they haven't announced yet?
They have a lot of IPs, though, don't they? It could be anything.
I don't know if they've said that it's like they're going to be announcing a new IP. I thought
no, not yet.
But it's actually really interesting you said that. Everyone's assuming that the E3 announcement is Fallout related. I never actually considered that maybe they were doing Fallout 1 now.
Isn't
to
it
do
just
something
like
else.
It's probably like Dishonored 2 is the game.
I would love Dishonored 2.
No, whatever it is has to be bigger than Fallout, or to them at least be bigger than. Like they wouldn't do like their big IP first and then follow up with something smaller, especially now. Because now, if anything,
what does Bethesda have that they announced it's bigger than Fallout? Like
either a new IP or Elder Scrolls is the only thing I could really think of.
Elder Scrolls, I think
ESO 2, let's do it. I'm down.
I think if they, I feel like they've destroyed the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, they have.
IP with the ESO.
They need to recover it. Is what they need. They need to bring it back because ESO took so much credibility away.
The other thing too is they never work on Elder Scrolls and Fallout at the same time. So those games have always changed. Zeke, what are you laughing at?
No, it's just someone, but like they're gonna announce Iron Face, which is that.
I'm reading all the Half-Life 3 announcements.
New IP from Bethesda, Iron Fate.
If Half-Life,
back, even though it's the first game.
I don't think Valve would announce Half-Life 3 at an E3.
I don't think so.
I think they would put it on Steam front page and that's it. Like that's bigger than E3. If they just
I would
took over
love for them to
Steam.
do a shadow push of that game.
Oh my god.
God, everything would. They wouldn't even. They don't even need to advertise the game. It will sell itself.
It's kind of interesting that Microsoft is going to be joining the PC gaming E3 conference. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I guess that's cool. I guess they're going to come and talk about Windows 10, maybe. Who knows?
I haven't even looked into it.
Yay, another window.
Yeah. Code, I think this is kind of interesting, specifically to you. Did you know that Black Tusk Studios, formerly Microsoft Vancouver, has changed their name now to the Coalition to represent Gears of War, similar to 343 and Halo? Look on your face.
Did you copyrighted that shit, right? That's yours.
The quote from
Make
Co
some
will
money.
be-
It's
Make some
spelled
money,
as
Sub Wars. Come
COA.
on, Sub Wars, make some money.
Oh, it's COA.
It's not COH.
Oh, really? You mean they didn't spell it with my name?
Yeah.
They spelled it really?
Yeah, they didn't still.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. In that case, it's fine.
Please go up against Microsoft. I'd love you to see.
I would
you
love to
lose
see it.
everything and just never broadcast again, or just play Gears of War for the rest of your life. You could sell out.
I'm a Gears of War streamer.
You're a Gears of War streamer.
I'm
Co's announcing
Let's-
his Gears
let's
of
just-
War
let's
stream
just-
today.
let's do this. Let's get
Well,
care
Co,
of
we
it
live right next to the office.
It's true.
We could just go to Epic Games. We live like 20 minutes away from it.
That's true.
Be
You
good.
guys are in North Carolina, yeah. In Raleigh. And then apparently they're gonna announce.
Well,
Do
Epic
what?
has their own big thing coming out pretty soon. I
do?
saw it,
Fortnite?
a couple.
Fortnite's gonna be so
Yeah,
good.
Jericho was saying he's played Fortnite. And he said it was really
Yeah.
fun.
It's over in
I
LA.
sat down and played Fortnite.
You did?
A couple hours. Me and Lena did. Yeah, we sat down and played Fortnite. Back it up. Which one was it, baby? I don't remember which one. There's one of the couple ones ago.
PAX Prime in Seattle.
PAX Prime in Seattle. Yeah, they invited us to a private showing off the PAX
Let's
thing, and we went
the
and saw it.
offices.
It's
Get in there.
Do you like it?
really cool. I don't know how much I can really. I'm assuming, but yeah, Fortnite.
It's probably all
is very
NDA. But
interesting. I have not seen something. This is the biggest compliment I can get. I've not seen something really like it before.
that's what Jericho said as
I was
well.
intrigued. Yeah,
He said it was
it's-
also a really good stream game. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I
Okay.
can see it being a hugely good streaming.
That'll be
game for
interesting.
some
We're gonna see that at
very
E3 for sure.
precise reasons, yeah.
And then
I'm excited to see where it goes.
people are saying that there is a rumor that's sourced, apparently someone who would know their shit, that Dark Souls 3 is going to be at E3.
Oh shoot.
I've heard that rumor too. I've heard it. No confirmations, but I've heard it.
I wish they would skip a year and iterate a little bit on it.
I have not played a single Souls game. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne.
Sounds like you
not
can
single
do
one.
a.
I'm gonna do a franchise through. When I
franchise
move with
playthrough.
band, we're gonna do that.
It'll be the worst month of your life just playing.
It's
the
gonna
Dark
be
Souls
awful. Oh my god.
game. And then the biggest news, of course, is that Blizzard just released the Play Overwatch Reaper gameplay preview. Once again, another video on there. Have you guys been watching this? It's not the biggest news at all. I'm just a huge fan of this stuff. They've been releasing like 10 minutes of gameplay of like their internal games, I guess, of certain classes or certain characters from Overwatch. And 1080p60 on YouTube, and they're all awesome. And it makes me want that game even more. I just hope it's not TF2-ish. I don't know how to describe it.
Did you play it?
We played it. Yeah, we played it at PAX East.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So
And it wasn't
the
TF2.
biggest thing for me with Overwatch, man, if they nail that metagame,
Yeah.
I can really see it taking off. If they evolve their metagame, like the game evolve, then
Yeah.
no.
Did you-
Evolve is a statement on how not to metagame your product, and I'm kind of concerned in their whole like let's get everyone involved early that they're going to do something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know though. We'll see.
I'm just looking through the news real quick, seeing if that's everything. I think that's everything. PlanetSide 2 finally got announced on PS4 for the 23rd of June.
Fun game.
I'm interested to see how that goes. I heard it doesn't run that well on the PS4 from what I saw.
It's a fun game. I'm not good with it. I feel like you have to invest so much time and have like so much coordination. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
I wonder if H1Z1 would ever end up on PS4 or consoles.
I could
Do
see
you
it being
think
a
that's
good
a
fit.
thing?
I could see it being a good fit. Yeah.
H1Z1 uses the PlanetSide engine.
Yeah,
so
it'd
if
be
they're
an easy-
putting the engine to consoles, then You know, of course, it would take a lot of time and effort, but it's certainly a lot easier than a full conversion.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, that's gonna do it for the show. Waffle, you're gonna be joining us on the E3 drop frames.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be
for
a thing.
quite a few of them, I think.
I think.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
hyped.
We're gonna be on. We're gonna be on air a lot.
Yeah, we are. It's gonna be constant.
I just realized I was looking at the schedule the other day and I was like, shit, we're gonna be on air for like 12 plus hours on
JP,
Tuesday
yeah.
and that shit. What's up?
Are you doing drop frames on the 18th?
What is the 18th?
It's the last day of E3.
No.
Okay.
It'll
I'm actually
be on.
coming home on the 18th, so I was gonna offer to jump in if you
It'll be
wanted someone to-
Sunday and Monday. We could do like a post. Well, should we do a post E3 on like the 20? I don't know. We'll talk about that off cast. Maybe
We'll
do
figure it
on
out.
the 24th. But yeah, Waffle's gonna be there. Dan's gonna be there. Bacon Donut's gonna be there. Tally's gonna be there.
Yeah, Tally. That's hype. Talk to
Couple
Tally.
more surprise guests, I think, that have not confirmed yet. Zeke, you're going to E3. Co, you're going to E3.
Sir.
Zeke will be on twitch.tv/Twitch. The official partner of E3 broadcaster.
Yes,
Some-
dude.
And my title for E3 is the bum camped out at the back of the Bethesda announcement plates in the tent.
Are you streaming from E3? Can you? Do
Well, I'm
anything?
gonna have to. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna be streaming. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do yet because unlike the PAXs, there's not really like streaming from the floor kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
that's why I was asking if you're doing any streaming.
Speaking of which, if you live near Los Angeles and want to have a streamer, rent a streamer for a night or a couple days, right? No, I'm gonna need an internet connection. But yeah, no, gonna be doing probably an hour a day. But I mean, dude, the second that like I tweeted out I was going to E3, my inbox just like I don't know what I'm gonna do about all these things I'm supposed to do at E3 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you could just go and check stuff out like a normal person and not work yourself to death.
Yeah.
You could do that. Maybe try it out, see how it works. We'll see. We'll see.
How many
Let's-
days
I'm gonna
you
sit
got
at home and
left
eat
on that
pizza.
new re-up challenge
What, see?
for Co. How many days you got left on the new re-up of the challenge that you're doing?
I am currently at day 597
Of
of every
Streaming
single
every day?
of 2 years. So whatever 365 times 2 is. I don't math. You know this.
Yeah.
I'm almost to day 600 is what I know. 3
7.
days.
Right.
Yeah, I could never do that. One of those people that I'm jealous of. I can never stream that much. I'd go insane.
Oh my god! And you guys got to read that chat. Did you see?
What?
Like one thing I see from Total Biscuit is, oh wow, Zeke aged 30 years. Nice, Dick.
Oh,
He's-
TV's in there. Well,
you know what?
he's not subbed
I'm
to you,
taking
and he's
over.
not a
I'm
mod,
taking
so
your
I
spot
think
there, brother.
It's
I'm
okay.
actually gonna ban Total
There's a
Biscuit
new
right
biscuit
now.
in town.
The first
Because-
time Total Biscuit came into our channels, me and Lyric were playing
ban Total
some
Biscuit.
game.
I just did that. I just banned
Yeah.
Total Biscuit from the channel.
That's the equivalent to a
High five!
professional slap. What are you doing?
Oh God.
I'm just waiting for the rebuttal. The thing with Zeke is, or the thing with Zeke, the thing with TB is, it's like poking a bear. You're like, the bear's been poked, and now I'm awaiting the amazing rebuttal here very soon from TB in the chat. Or he's probably already left. That's probably
Yeah.
the case.
To come in the form of a
channel.
scathing 13-minute YouTube video.
Yeah, he's gonna make a YouTube video. there it goes. JP. Oh, that's
Equal fucking sellout.
that was out of rage. TB, you need to.
TB, that everyone already knows that.
Everyone already knows that, man. I
He's
shaved the
the-
beard
he's
for
the
money.
sellout
Second,
t-shirt
give him a
salesman.
second. He's warming up.
Yeah, just come on, man. Let's do some shout outs here at the end of the show. Waffle, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I stream on Twitch. You may not know me. You can get me at twitch.tv/giantwaffle. I also tweet a lot of anime pictures at the Giant Waffle. I have a website, giantwaffle.tv, with some cool stuff about me, like my whole backstory. Besides that, I think that's everything I actually have. Like, I think that's all I don't have any social media besides that. That's pretty much it.
Do you have an Instagram?
I don't.
Does anyone have an Instagram here?
I do.
Fuck
Do you use
Instagram.
it?
Eh.
Someone
It's like Twitter. It's
someone-
just like Twitter.
Someone told me. I don't know how to phrase who this person would be. Someone I guess that it would be in the know said that Instagram is the only thing that matters anymore, and I was just like, what the fuck are you actually
Sevidus.
talking about?
Is it Sevidus? Because he told me that.
Lord Minion told me that.
And I'm just like, why the fuck do I want an Instagram account? Like, I do not care about an Instagram account.
That sounds like
Look at
someone
the
trying to
difference in his
justify their
numbers between
overuse of
Instagram.
Instagram.
You think? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah, dude, come on,
Maybe.
it's pictures. What? Come
Yeah,
on.
I don't know. It's
But
like
it hits like a bigger audience. Apparently, you can get like 10 times the amount of views on your picture instead of Twitter. But
maybe. I don't use it. I don't use it at all. Zeke, do some shout outs.
Okay. My name is Zeke. I'm a soccer hooligan. If you want to fight me in the street, I'll fight. No, that's for.
If that was your real voice, I'd actually.
That was for Biscuit. He said I look like a soccer hooligan, which is the first thing I said when I shaved my head and I had the chops. Anyways, my name is Ezekiel III. You're on my channel if you want to throw it follow. This is where you do it. Everything is the same as far as social stuff like YouTube, Twitter. It's all Ezekiel_III. I broadcast every day except Fridays, usually starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. Right now I'm playing Bosi because that was part of the St. Jude donation thing. Also, I play other games after Bosi defeats my soul. But I want to thank Giant Waffle. It's good to talk to you again for coming on the show. You're a great guest. And also want to thank JP and Co as well for a wonderful afternoon. That's it. I'm done.
There you go. Co, some shout outs?
Sure. As always, a huge thank you to JP and Zeke, two phenomenal co-hosts. Always a good time on here. Waffle's been an amazing guest. Thank you for coming out, dude. It has been an absolute pleasure. As for me, I've just gotten 2 days done with Ark. It was fantastic. We're going back to Witcher 3 tomorrow to continue our 100% completion playthrough. Fallout 4 has been announced, which means our franchise playthrough of Fallout 4 has also been announced. We're going to be starting Fallout 1, 2, Tactics, 3, and New Vegas soon with viewer-submitted templates. So you guys will get to actually tell me how I'm going to play the game, and I will play it like that. And we're going to vote on them, and it's going to be awesome. But anyway, that's about it, and I hope to see you over at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage starting every day at 8 a.m. Awesome.
I totally missed something. What's FOR?
Oh, it's because there's a space. Is it on Co's? No, it's on Zeke's. If you look there, it says Zeke is known FO space R for his rage. And I've never fixed it.
I was like, what do those initials mean? I have no idea. Are you insulting me? Should I? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take offense to that.
It's been a thing since like I don't know 6 or 7 episodes, and I'm just not gonna change it now.
Oh really? I never noticed it.
Yeah, Chad always spams it, Dave.
Hey, can we get that king shit spam? Can we get that king shit spam? Because he doesn't give a fuck about spelling shit right for my fucking thing. Sorry.
I mean, if anything, it draws more attention to the card, so I'm actually looking out for you. So I'm like the Batman of Twitch,
motherfucker. You spin doctor.
I'm the Batman of Twitch, exactly. I'm waiting for people to see what they're saying about that. They're just spamming for, and like no king shits. Waffle, I feel like we only scratched the surface.
There they are. They're
there we go. Now we got them.
Just needed to cook a little bit.
Yeah, let them cook. We'll definitely bring you back on. You're gonna be on. For
I'll be.
E3
I mean,
stuff,
most of the E3 stuff. I mean, if something comes up, we can always talk about it. So
yeah, it'll be good.
Real quick, Waffle. When do you go to Seattle?
A month.
We have a month.
You guys have to get a beer.
We're gonna make this happen.
Go to the here. I'll speak from someone outside of North Carolina and tell you where to go. Go to the pit. That place is good.
Where is it at? In Seattle?
No. And you don't know where the pit is in Raleigh?
No.
Co, you know what the pit is,
You think I go out and explore the city? Are you crazy?
What the fuck? Both of you don't know what the pit is?
I fucking stay in my house. I stream 7 days a week, into the night. Like, there's no way I have time.
Dude.
What are people?
Really? How long have you guys both been in Raleigh and you don't know what the pit is?
11 years.
Holy shit.
24 years. I'm not in Raleigh, though. I'm like 45 minutes away. So I have like a small pass.
Okay, yeah, that's a small
I'm
pass.
in Raleigh, so I don't really have a choice.
Holy shit.
And I've never done this for 8,000 people. Can I do this real quick? Anybody who's been in my channel before, if you have a dog.
Oh, yeah, do it.
And you have speakers.
Blast them.
Come on. Hey, who wants to go outside? You want to go outside? You want to go outside, boy? Who wants to go outside? You want to go for a ride? Want to go for a ride in the car? 8,000 people.
There you go.
Can I do one thing as well?
Bastard.
Can I get a hashtag fuck waffle spam as well in chat? I feel like that's been missing the entire time. I don't feel welcomed
around here, everyone says fuck JP. But by all means, I would
love
you.
Fucking day. Hashtag fuck waffle. Thank you.
Yeah, I would love some fuck waffle. We'll share the fuck here.
Yeah,
or something like that.
We'll share the fuck. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore at the show, so we're gonna end it. We'll see you guys next week. We'll let you know who the guest is as soon as possible. Here they come, Waffle. We're out. Everyone have a good weekend. We'll see you later. Bye bye.